no 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 na the lady. I was no 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 na danza. I was no 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 na the lady. I was no 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 na danza.
Of all the trees that grow so fat, o'er England to adorn, greater are none beneath the sun than oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. You that is old in churchyard mold, he breedeth a mighty bow. Alder for shoes do wise men choose, and beech for cups also. But when you have killed in your bowl, it is filled, and your shoes are clean outworn. Back you must speed for all that you need to oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Elm she hates mankind, and waits till every gust be laid, to drop a limb on the head of him that anyway trusts her shade. But whether a lad be sober or sad, or mellow with ale from the horn, he'll take no wrong when he lieth along neath oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Oh, do not tell the priest our plight, for he would call it a sin. But we've been out in the woods all night, a conjuring summer in. We bring you good news by word of mouth, good news for cattle and corn. Sure as the sun come up from the south by oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn.
Hoist the colors, let them fly, let the cannons rip the sky. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim, treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. There's a chill on the water as the trail's getting hotter. There's no taming the fire, it's the burn that we crave. The storms keep a-coming, let it rain, don't mean nothing. Through the peril we're drumming as we shout the refrain. Hoist the colors, let them fly, let the cannons rip the sky. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim, treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Hail the kings of the ocean, the sons of the broken. Every crew cries devotion when the wind screams our name. Bow down on the water, save your skin, make an offer. Pay your due to the coffer as we cut through the seas like a hurricane. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim, treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. against the tide. Bring on hell or water's hard, we will sail against the tide.
About fighting a
Good morning,
small
everyone,
child.
and welcome to another episode of Realm Weavers.
Hey!
So, as you can see, we have everyone this week. So, yeah, let's go. Norna, Patrick, and Mason. And Norna, Pam. Always nice to have you here. Alrighty. So, how's everyone been?
Everyone's good.
Been working on my bookbinding stuff,
Nice.
which actually got one of my journals kind of sort of done.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's good.
Nice. That's
I
beautiful.
still have to attach the covers onto it and actually cover it, but all the sewing and stuff is done, so that's good.
Nice.
Mir geht es gut. Ich spreche Deutsch.
Oh.
Danke.
Dottie's sitting here learning an entire another language. Well,
I mean, I'm
all I'm
no
doing is
better. I've been
learning
writing
how
a
to
language.
navigate being poor.
I'm no better. I've been writing a language. I don't have anyone to learn it with, but I've been writing one.
Christian, I don't know if anyone else is having the problem, but I can barely hear you.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, this piece of crap again.
Hey,
testing,
come back.
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Can everyone else hear me okay?
Yes.
I can hear everyone else fine. It's just Christian that I can't
Testing,
hear
testing.
too well.
1, 2, 3.
Still low.
Testing, testing.
Still
1,
low
2.
for me too.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
That's better.
It's an
Marginally,
improvement.
I can kind of hear you.
All right, 1 second.
I can kind of deal with it. I can kind of deal with it.
Is that any better?
Yes, that's better.
Yes.
Okay. My desk
Yes.
fan was on too high.
Oh, okay.
Pushing the sound of my voice away.
Yeah, it must have been a really big fan of it.
It must have been the
It's
wind.
about this big, so. Look, you do what you gotta do when you're in Florida and you don't have AC upstairs.
Yeah. I
Alrighty.
hear in Florida they have cement like that is supposed to be buoyant.
Buoyant cement?
Yes, like it floats.
This is the first I've heard of that. What the hell?
No.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear that either.
That does not make, like, if they're just using the name cement and it's not actual stone, then I can understand.
No, it's actual stone. It was made in Germany, brought over to Florida to combat the
I'm gonna have
hurricanes.
to do my own research on that, but
What?
It exists.
It does
Anyways.
exist. I do know it exists, but I didn't think we had it here. And Florida getting something from Germany, that doesn't seem right.
I mean, we have them here in Nebraska too.
I know
Hypothetically.
we have them over in Pennsylvania or New Jersey as well. They make for great dock ends.
Yeah, in Colorado and in Washington and here in New Mexico.
Yeah, it does exist.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Anyway, session.
yeah. So last we left off, the group had taken down an interesting target in the sewers, and then decided to head west towards Nuxvar and onwards from there, after completing a few things, to do some more investigation on where, why, and how Vlazet Gostelo went. Additionally, we managed to gain a new party member. Party member that Dottie is going to meet soon. So you guys retire for the night in the where is it? The I believe it was the Blue Fly Inn. And Yeah, the next day, as you guys are like waking up and getting yourselves situated, Dottie arrives at town.
Hey, Daddy.
She's also invisible, apparently.
Dottie has disappeared once again.
Yeah, the blue
Dottie
flare.
dottied in and Dottie dottied off.
Hello.
So, during the night, would it be possible to Lorsan have gotten some poison ivy and put it into the rude bartender's
Yes.
bed? Okay. So when he wakes up, he'll be all itchy.
No.
Why would you do such a thing without my knowledge?
I don't know.
Like, how could you? Don't you know my statement is violence is always the question, yes is the answer?
Alright, so...
I see Dottie has dottied off again.
Yeah, so she'll enter when she's back. But for now, the characters wake up. You're all waking up at your own times.
Did Lorsan remember to wear gloves when they picked the poison ivy?
Good question. Let me roll to see if he actually remembered. Well, it was higher than a 10, so yes, he did.
That would have been really funny, I'm sorry. He walks out of my hands. They're so itchy.
Oh, Lord.
So, like always, I am going to groggily step down from the inn and look for food. This is the
Gatekeeper
first thing you
points to
should
the
do in the
tavern
morning.
direction.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Oh, I know. Pancakes.
Yes.
Well, don't forget you have
Wait.
to get the ingredients first because you don't remember. You guys have the recipe. This country doesn't. Oh yeah, Dottie. It is now canon that somewhere in the world, not in Alverdam, but somewhere in the world, pancakes do exist.
And I know how to make them.
Bernard knows the recipe.
An entire portion of it.
Yep.
We will
We
have
won
a bed
D&D
of
with
breakfast.
pancakes.
Alright, so as you guys are leaving the inn, you see Dottie kind of like dottying through the town street, looking around.
Nice of you to join us.
I know that halfling.
It's like dottying along. She'll come to a hop and a skip and a stop. Say hello.
Leanne just kind of like rubs her eyes, going, "Morning."
Where have you been?
I was on a quest of magnificence and splendor, and in the epitome of my triumph, as I was about to fell a beast, I have awoken from my slumber and realized I was alone, and located some helpful friends that helped me find my way to you. So here I am.
Fantastic. Just what I'd expect.
Oh yes. Wait, what?
Would you guys roll a intelligence check for me? Not Dottie, the rest of the group.
Alright.
Yeah, my life are
Don't worry, I usually roll low on intelligence rolls too, so. I rolled a 15.
I got a 14.
Natural 20, so 22.
Oh, nice.
Someone am schmert.
Bernard?
Give me a second. I got 12.
All right. You all notice that Dottie has a new sword hanging off of her sheath.
Where'd
It's
you
still
get
a
that?
small sword.
It's a bastard
Didn't we
sword.
give her the bastard sword anyway?
Well, you guys didn't get
Real
it yet.
bastard
You have to go.
sword?
You had to go back to the tower to get that.
Where'd you get the sword from?
I got it from the tower on my way to come and seal. Yes.
Oh, that just means we don't have to go back to the tower.
We do not.
True.
So, what did I miss?
The door opens up and Cieldre and what's his name? I forget his name. Hold on, let me pull up the list. Norden, that's it.
Well, you
Cieldre
missed
and
out on the
Norden.
fact that Troxel is
You missed out
Troxel's pretty
on
fun when he's
Troxel getting drunk.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That
I
is.
sang. And people gave me coin at the end. I think I'm gonna sing again.
Please do.
Maybe you can stop me before I sing again.
He says with the
Okay.
slightest hangover, just the slightest. The door opens up again, and Cieldre and Norden walk out. Yeah. Here we are. Cieldre's like, oh, look, she's back. Again.
Do that.
And Norden kind of like looks over at Dottie and goes, ah, I don't believe I've met your acquaintance before. Reaches out to shake your hand and says, with a big smile, well met. My name's Norden. Norden Duvel.
Her eyes glisten a little bit as she takes this.
Lord. Okay.
Hello.
He's like, well, I've become acquainted with some of these people's roles in this group. May I inquire as to what your role is?
I am really good at getting smacked.
You guys can kind of like see the buffer over his head as he processes those words. I see. Looks over at the
And
others
she
and
kisses
goes.
boo-boos.
He looks over the others and like referring to her both her size and her statement. He's like, is she like a kicking ball or
No.
Okay.
We kind of just pitch her at the enemy and hope they don't kill her immediately.
Like they're like,
Right?
She's our tank. It's fine.
I'm sorry. What's a tank? I've never heard this term before.
So sorry. Basically, she stands in front and takes all the hits for everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense given that she has the strongest armor, but forgive me, you don't seem like the type of person to take a beating like that.
She'll hold out her arm and say, here, touch my arm really quick.
He's just like, I believe you. I believe you. My point.
No.
Let him finish.
No,
So
do it.
finishes.
Do it.
He finishes by saying, like, I'm just saying, a fair maiden like you, I wouldn't expect you on the front lines like that.
Oh my. She'll
Well-
like go beat
Well,
Red.
when I get more talent and I can polymorph I'm going to polymorph Dottie into a female half-orc for Warsan.
No.
I think Larsa would be uncomfortable about that.
If that happened, if she got close to Lorsan would probably punch her in the face,
Probably.
break
I
a
think that's
tooth or
how they
something.
get along anyway. You know, with their-
Donnie would be able to take it at least.
Nonetheless, Trox will polymorph Dottie into something fragile.
But he said half orc.
Yeah, but half orcs can be fragile too.
Oh.
I got that.
Oh, that's what I missed.
Uh-oh. We lost two. We lost Dottie and Grimshaw.
Well, Hayden is on his phone. He's in the car, so.
Oh, there we go.
There we are. What's up,
We're
buddy?
back.
Yeah, we're back.
Sorry, I'm on my phone.
That's fine. That's fine. We got you. Oh,
You're good.
Lord.
We were playing with my stuff today. So,
Well, so you guys
I'll be right
essentially
back.
have the Alright, welcome back. So you guys can decide what you want to do for today. Obviously, before you head out, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, especially since your aim is to essentially like make this your home base. Grimshaw, you haven't really had a chance to hash out all the information and details with Buddy, so you can do that if you want. Obviously, you can always chase after rumors and try to learn as much as you can about this town. There's the nobility in the area that you could speak with. There's a lot of stuff you guys can do.
we do need.
I thought we wanted to check the graveyards.
Yeah, I was about to say. Check
Graveyards is
for
another
any
thing we need
undead.
to.
You can do that.
So we'll check the graveyards first, hash out the details of the body, and I do want to start kind of getting information in town.
Mm-hmm.
Before we start checking out the graveyard, what are we gonna do if we run up on undead? Like,
We have Dottie.
yeah.
And we have our paladin.
Do
We have a paladin, and we have a general fighting for a general troop of fighters that we can utilize to kind of get rid of the problem for coin.
And if it's a high level undead, I'll concentrate on it with magic missiles. And if there's a lot of undead, have web.
Well, aren't some undead
I was also
like?
wanting. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I wouldn't know that. I was about to say some undead you need to use special weapons for, but I wouldn't know that, so I'm not gonna say.
I don't even know that that's true.
Some undead you need you have to have silver weapons, I think, or silver blessed or magical weapons to affect them.
Well, that's our problem with everything. We don't have magic weapons or magic armor.
Well, what I was wanting to do is I was wanting to take my silver to the blacksmith, have them melt it down, and craft me some silver brass, or I guess silver knuckles, brass knuckles.
Silver line.
We're gonna have
knuckles,
silver
essentially.
brass knuckles.
Oh, yep.
That's good. That's
I would
that's
call
not
them
bad. That's
silver
a good
lined
idea.
knuckles.
Yeah.
Silver lined
That's well
knuckles.
done. Or Lorsan, that's well done.
Yep, I like that.
Silver
Alright.
brass knuckles.
Yes.
So, are we doing a split up, or are we going as a group from one goal to the next?
Going as a
We're gonna
group.
we're gonna keep the party together, but we're gonna move quickly.
All right. If we're moving quickly, I won't bother with the rumor rolls yet. Let's see here. All right, so with due haste, you all move towards the graveyard. Walking inside of it, you don't really like. What are you looking for exactly?
We're not sure.
Signs
First
of
of all, we'd like to look for somebody, a caretaker for the graveyard, or for a church that's near the graveyard, to find out if there's been any undead sightings recently.
Well, graveyard's definitely near the
I'm gonna
temple.
go look. I'm gonna go look for disturbed ground. Anything that looks like it was recently unearthed from below.
Yeah.
All right. So who's gonna work with Troxel in finding someone to talk to, and who's gonna work with Grimshaw in looking for soil?
I'll
I don't want to
work
split
with
the party.
Grimshaw.
Let's
Hey,
do the,
hey,
let's do
Troxel,
the graves first.
Hey,
Let's do the
Troxel.
graves first.
One, look, you both are doing two different things. So Troxel said he was going to look for someone. Grimshaw's going to look through the dirt. So Lorsan, Bernard, and Dottie, which person do you want to go with? And then I'll distribute the NPCs.
Probably Grimshaw.
Grimshaw.
Yeah, everybody go with Grimshaw. This is the morning in the village. Can't be dangerous.
Well,
I'll go with Troxel.
Lyrian's going with Troxel as well.
I'll go with Troxel.
All right, so Bernard, Dottie, and Lyrian go with Troxel. Lorsan, Cieldre, and Norden go with Grimshaw. All right, so as per his request, we'll do Grimshaw first. So Grimshaw, you and everyone else in your group, roll to find any signs of disturbed dirt and soil.
I rolled an
Let us touch the grass.
You rolled a what?
11.
11? All right.
Yep.
What'd you roll, Grimshaw?
16.
Nice. So, Lorsan, you don't really notice much. There's some soil that seems like it's been disturbed a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's been like pushed out from an undead or something like that. It looks like just civilian disturbance. Grimshaw, as you're kind of like looking through the area, you kind of like you're kind of like looking over the graves, going like, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. One of them you do double take, and you kind of like look back at it for a second, and you're sitting there looking at the dirt going like, that's been redug. And yeah, so what you can tell is that the dirt was, it looks like the dirt was pushed aside, whether from someone else or inside, you're not sure, and then the dirt was shoved back into that place.
So someone took the body out of the grave, maybe?
I'm gonna make a note of the name on the grave.
Because normal skeletons don't seem intelligent enough to push the soil back into the grave that they come out of.
Morton Harold.
Let me write that down. How do you spell it?
Morton,
Okay.
and then Harold.
Okay.
Alright. So we find one that is suspicious. Oh, so very suspicious.
Yep. All right. Well, I was going to use Troxel's group. Troxel's not here right now, so.
Bernard is with Troxel, right?
And Dottie.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
Troxel.
Bernard
Here
and
he
Dottie
is. Here he is.
start talking.
All right. So, are you guys? So, where are you looking? Where are you going to look for someone to ask?
First of all,
questions?
the church, the first church, the nearest church.
Temple, not church, but yeah.
Temple.
Same difference. Place of worship.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head over to the temple. From what you can tell, it is basically a place of worship for deities. Because there's like they have a couple of them. Deities with the focus on like prosperity, harvest, that kind of thing. Because this is like a farm primary area, so.
That's very reasonable.
Dottie, I think you should take the lead on this.
I am very good at rubbing shoulders and elbows with religious folk.
She is indeed.
Some would say I'm built for this.
Give Dottie the background in terms of why we're looking for. Why do we expect undead problems?
I think she knows that background information already, but
Well, I mean, we've been having
okay.
problems with
That's fine
undead,
then.
so.
Yeah, the undead have been being more and more of a problem. We just took down a whole bunch of undead. Let's hear that.
Oh, right.
But our undead was specific because we were dealing with a necromancer from the Knights of Reckoning.
but you guys have heard multiple times that the undead are rising all over the place in graves and crypts and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's the general background.
Yeah, so yeah, my point is you guys already knew that. In fact,
Okay.
I think Dottie was the first one to inform you guys of that.
Okay. I'm my error on that.
Okay, so I would like to, with the rest of the group, approach the temple.
All right.
And my first question to you is it like an open door? Is it like a closed door?
One second.
If it is closed, does it or does it not have a gavel?
All right. Well,
Like a
repeat
door
that.
knocker?
Yes.
Are you looking for a door knocker?
Yes.
The temple doors are already open, so.
Oh, okay.
Dum, dum, dum.
Well,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna dotty my way inside
You dotty
and
your
look
way
for
inside.
somebody reasonably important
Oh,
in a party.
Christian.
Yeah.
Do I know she was kind of keeping it secret at first. Do I still not know if she's a paladin, or do I have figured out she's a paladin yet?
Well,
You weren't
didn't
there when
I
she.
tell the rest of the group?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
already told the group, but Bernard wasn't there for that session either. So
Oh, I see.
that's why he's saying that.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, exactly. So you see what looks to be a priest, kind of like doing his daily prayers. You see him like washing his hands.
All right. I will approach and I will grip my hem and I will deliver a curtsy.
He notices you and kind of like gives you a bow of respect in turn. He says, "Madam, how may I help you?"
We are here inquiring as whether or not you have any information on the local comeuppance of a recent resurgence of undead.
Hey, Gerald. You see another priest kind of like shamble his way over here. I say shamble. I should say hobbled. You see what looks to be a grown man with a crutch and a missing leg, making his way over. Yes,
That
Grimshaw.
She
wasn't
will
my
deliver
fault, was it?
another curtsy.
Well, Grimshaw?
That wasn't
what?
my fault, was it?
No, it wasn't your fault. But yeah, he comes over and he's like, "All right, stop screaming. Still got a hangover from last night." What? Looks over at Dottie.
Oh. We are travelers coming through, and
No shit, I've never seen you before.
we have been.
For real?
Dottie will look at him, she'll look at his legs, she'll look at his hands, and then just.
Oh, you want me to fall on my face? Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Oh, with a free hand.
Yeah, with your free
No,
hand that's not holding on.
He kind of gives a light eye roll and shakes your hand. Like, yes, nice to meet you. Now, what is it?
She'll do this number.
He loses his balance and falls to the ground.
No!
I would like to catch him like he's a falling damsel.
Roll a
and, like,
dex
cradle.
check.
Falling
Do I
damsel.
want high or low?
You went high.
Oh, okay. That is a 12 plus. That is an 11.
You take 1 point of damage as he falls on top of you, and you fail to catch him. You both hit the ground.
Oh, no.
As we are laying down there,
Son of a!
just be like, I happen to be very cushy. That helps.
He rolls off of you, grabs his crutch, forces himself to his feet, and by the time you get up, he's smacking you with a rod, going like, "Stop acting like a child." Puts the rod away and goes,
That was my earlier question. She's like, dusting
"Yes,
herself off.
please, let's get on with
Have you,
this."
or have you no knowledge of a surgeons of undead in the area?
It's like, surgeons of undead in the area. I wonder. Yes. You'd be blind if you hadn't noticed something like that.
Notice what?
He looks over at Bernard and Troxel and goes, "Is this child with you?"
Yeah.
It's like, okay. He looks at you, like, leans down and goes, "Okay, you're going in timeout in that corner over there, and I'm going to talk to the adults over here, okay? Okay? Okay."
Donnie looks up at him
Poor buddy.
and in a defeated voice she says, "Did the undead take your leg?"
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Roll a charisma check.
I'm sorry.
What?
Roll a charisma check. D100, you want high.
This is not going well. Johnny may be excommunicated.
What did she roll?
Dottie, what did you roll?
That's a 27 with a +3 to charisma.
You get another
So,
bonk of the head and he
plus
goes,
15.
"Go!"
Okay.
The other priest you talked to originally, he kind of like follows you over there, kind of like massaging your head, going like, "I'm so sorry about that. He's just grumpy in the morning." Trying to console her as she walks her over there.
Just grumpy in the morning.
This guy's just kind of like shaking his head at her before he looks over at you guys and goes, "Ah, brats. All right, what do you want?"
Well, we've been traveling all over, and we have noticed
I don't
that-
care where you've been. You came here with a question. It has something to do with undead. Why do you give a shit about the undead?
Well, we're trying to see how we can help, if we can help take them out, maybe for some monetary benefits.
Then why are you asking me?
Oh,
You want to go to the nobility and get hired by them, mercenaries.
no, yeah, we could do that, but we were just trying to get a little background information and see how bad is it. What's the last undead you've seen for yourself?
I have not seen undead because I stay in my little temple here.
I mean, you live
Have there been any unusual deaths around in this town?
He looks over at you, kind of like looks over your robes and goes, "No offense, my liege, but shouldn't you already know the answer to that, given that you're... What's your name?"
This isn't part of the Candle area, is it?
No, it's not part of the Candel area, but this guy is
So
essentially...
why should I know? Why should I have information?
This
on
guy is
this area?
essentially assuming that because you are a noble, you are actively aware of all the other domains in the area and kind of like in that political warfare kind of thing.
That's not true. It's a wrong assumption.
Yes, but this guy is doing. It's an assumption. And we all know what assumptions make out of you.
So, have there been unusual deaths or not?
He goes, okay. You want to know? No. Come here. Come here. I'll whisper to you. Come here. You get close enough. He leans into your ears and goes, how about you talk to the tavern keeper? I'm here to heal people and give prayers. Backs up again after yelling into your ear and goes,
hold on, but...
Dottie's gonna toddle her way back over.
Well, hold on, wait, question.
Okay.
Is the graveyard yard next to the church or temple, whatever?
it is near it, yes. But you guys are busy with the graves right now.
Wouldn't the people inside the temple be the ones to bury the bodies and to watch over the graveyard in general?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
They monitor the graveyard-ish, but there is a gravekeeper who manages the actual graves. They just kind of like put blessings and all that kind of stuff over it. But yeah, so like after yelling in your ear, he's like, so, unless you came here to be blessed over, have me heal your petty little wounds, or, you know, want to talk to God, not my business.
Okay, one final question.
So, if
you're going back?
If I may.
Yeah.
Yes. Dottie's gonna dawdle her way back up to him, which is a verb.
He does not hide his eye roll when he sees you coming over.
Here comes the sun.
I understand that you've had an egregious time as of late, and I am sorry, but we cannot help to quell this problem that is arising within this area unless we are given anything to work with. Now, I understand that you have been injured, and I understand that they are a result of it. But if we are going to help, we're going to need something to go off of. And I apologize immensely if in any way that I have insulted you. But I will remind you that you are a priest acting in station, and this does not become you.
Roll a charisma check.
Good right up until this point, you insulting me.
44 plus 3.
So that's plus 15. 59.
So you don't get through him completely, but you do. But like reminding him of his like job and his station does seem to get through to him ish, because he's just like. I can give you directions to who can actually help you more, as it is their job to assist you. I'm not gonna walk your hand through this, as it's not my job. I'm here to heal people, preach the word, give prayers, lead people along the way. I am not here to do anything more than that. Already disrupted my morning routine. You want details on this? You want to be paid for this? You go speak to the waiter's family. If you want all the latest rumors and gossip and all that kind of stuff, you go to the tavern. If you want information on military statistics, you go to the captain of the guard. You do not come to the priest for all that.
It's against my alignment to basically kill people for rudeness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be correct.
Yep.
I mean,
It's not against my alignment.
May I inquire as to as per your morning rituals, which god do you worship under?
He says, you see a statue? As you look around at the several statues. Yes. He turns and walks away.
So all of them got it.
Good, I can send his
I'm
knees in
gonna
pieces
roll an
then.
intelligence. D20.
Yes, if you want to roll, you don't have to. But if you want to roll, you can.
Oh, okay. I just want to know the deities. I'm pretty sure I might.
Oh, you want to know
if
the
they're human
names of the.
deities.
You want to recognize the deities, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that'll be a religion check.
In my
bad.
head, I'm trying to see if there's any correlation between this and the problem.
That'd be a religion
Okay.
check.
No, this guy's just a problem.
Yes. So, D20, D100.
Yep,
D10.
and you want a low roll for this.
D20 low
D20
roll.
low roll. $14 on a D20.
That's
That
gonna
is
be a
not
fail.
low. Okay, so I am doing my my typical bad rolling. Let's go. Dottie's
Blows for
too caught
highs,
up over
highs
the
for
leg right now.
Lyrian's just kind of sitting there going.
Dottie really wants to see if she can get that prosthetic leg.
Lyrian's just kind of sitting there going like, well, he wasn't very nice.
Nope.
I think we just got off on the wrong foot.
Is he really a priest?
Oh my goodness.
Damn it.
Do you guys want to ask any of the other priests any questions, or do you want to regroup with Grimshaw?
Let's just regroup with Grimshaw. The key is that there's not a major problem here, or the priest would have mentioned it unless he's behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get over there before they get a leg up on us.
Oh my goodness.
You are horrible. You're a horrible woman.
I tell her this every day. This is like a constant conversation we have. The puns are just terrible. It's like paper.
Alright, so you guys walk outside and you see Grimshaw, Lorsan, Sieldre, and Norden just kind of like hovering over a gravestone.
We just walk or stand beside him. So, who is he? So you know this guy? You put him here?
I might have. It's been so long.
Is someone named Morton Harold?
Someone named Morton Harold. It
Sieldre,
looks like his grave was repacked recently.
Are there any footprints in the dirt around us?
that'd be a
Aside
track.
from ours.
Number one,
Yeah,
that'll be a
aside from ours.
tracking check. Yeah, number two, because you've already walked around and because you don't know how long it's been since the dirt was uncovered, you're probably not going to find any tracks at that point.
Can I still roll to see if I find any tracks that aren't
Roll a
ours?
roll a tracking check. I want you to roll a D100, not a D20.
Tracking.
I have tracking, but I'm not going to do it because we've been here for a while and we've caused a lot of footprints. It's kind of useless at this point.
Nope. He finds their own footprints.
Yep, that's pretty much how it works.
So come look at this. That's my footprint. That one's mine. That one's yours.
Norden looks over to you guys
That
and
one's
says,
milk.
"So, how'd the trip with the priest go?"
It wasn't very informative.
Want me to take his knees?
Somebody beat you to
He
it.
danced around the topic with 2 left feet.
Oh no.
Somebody beat me taking his knees? What, does he only have one left?
Pretty much.
Lyrian nods, yeah.
Want me to take the other one? All right.
My charger.
So now we got a twofold question. A, why is this repacked recently? And who the hell was Milton Bradley?
You hear Lyrian just kind of like sigh in resignation.
Lyrian or Norbert?
No. Lyrian, because she knows that you're just gonna butcher everyone's name no matter what you do. Norden doesn't give a crap unless you mispronounce his name.
They got named right in front of him and he's still messing it up.
Should have taken Norden over there to do it with us whenever we go on to talk to people. That's
No, I think Dottie talking was perfect.
Yes. Dottie's just
Alright.
gonna go stand next to Norton.
Dottie's got a new bow. Norton
No
antivirus.
reason.
Norton antivirus.
yeah.
Dottie.
He notices her standing there, gives her a wink.
Are
and
there
looks
any
back
other
at the group.
disturbances that we can see?
What?
Are there any other disturbances that we can see?
No.
All right,
Okay.
to the Gravekeeper.
Oh. Really quick, Pam has a question for the group.
Okay.
She says, someone in the group that is watching has a question. How do you come up with the names of the characters? Are you asking me how I come up with the NPC names, or are you asking the players? Or both? That's an important question. While we wait for that 30-second delay. So yeah, what's the next step?
Go see the
After
Gravekeeper.
Alright.
The Crypt Creeper.
Okay, so she said both. So, for me, I just pop a name into my head most of the times. If I'm struggling, then I'll pull up a generator, but for the most part, I just kind of come up with whatever sounds cool, sounds good at the time.
I use the phone book.
That's actually a really good
That's a
one.
really good one,
I like
yeah.
that one.
I was gonna say, like, oh, that's a new one. That's a good one.
Hang on. His name is Whack-A-Mole Plumbing.
I made my character based off of whatever that I'm playing and their culture behind it.
Whatever what you're playing?
Race. Whatever race I'm
Whatever
playing.
race you're playing, gotcha.
I
Yeah.
use a name generator. 'Cause I-
Username generator. Lorsan?
It's a mix between a name generator and just coming up with whatever on top of my head at the time.
And Grimshaw.
Whatever sounds funniest.
I don't know, Grimshaw sounds pretty cool. Grimshaw Honeystone, that's a really good name.
Yeah, because this was supposed to be a serious campaign. I've got a lot of really bad named characters. We're
Alright.
gonna have a character whose name is Flingus Fingerdoodle, so
Yeah.
You are welcome.
you're
So,
welcome for that one.
what were we saying? We were, let's see here.
We're gonna go harass
Attack.
the Gravekeeper.
Yep.
Harassing. You're not harassing anyone. Alright,
Oh, we're harassing.
They're actually outside of their building, kind of like watching you guys. They have not noticed the group of people. Just gonna, yes, Daddy.
Can everyone else hear Grimshaw?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can.
Yep.
That's just the me thing then.
Uh-oh.
Never mind. Keep going.
But yeah, so you guys are approaching him. He's just kind of like, so, never seen you folks before. What are you doing hanging around that grave? What are you doing hanging around the graves?
Are you stuttering?
That's the DM, not the NPC.
Oh.
We're investigating some local disturbances.
Undead are popping up all over the place. we're trying to figure out if this place has been hit too. And over there, that grave side has been. It looks like a body has been moved or transferred, and just trying to figure it out what's going on.
Excuse me?
Sir, do you understand that grave that we were hanging out about has been exhumed and resumed at the same time in the past couple weeks? It still looks fresh.
Show me.
The originating factor of the doomed cadaver.
Show me.
Absolutely. We walk back over
We walk
to
back over to the grave.
Harold and Kumar's grave.
Not even close.
I know.
It's not even the same initials, like.
Hey, no, H is in there. His name was Morton Harold and Kumar.
You are actively trying to get it as badly as possible.
Yes! I thought that was going to be Grimshaw's quirk, is that he just doesn't remember names.
Doesn't remember his one thing.
Buddy.
So you show him that, and you can see his brow kind of like furrowing in displeasure. As he's just like, I hope there isn't more damn grave robbers.
Oh, grave robbery.
She kind of looks up at you and says, yeah, especially with the economy nowadays, this tends to be a thing.
Uh-oh.
Are you sure it's grave robbery? Could be archaeology.
He gives you a deadpan look. Uh-oh.
I mean, how long has it been since this guy actually...
Since he what?
since he
died.
No, since he died.
Oh, that's much better.
Hey,
He's just like, Sonny, no jokes about the dead while I'm here.
have there been a recent uptake in grave robberies that you can see? Or?
Not a surge, but they happen every now and then, or at least the attempts do. I tend to scare them off.
Looks like one succeeded.
Yes.
Do you know anything of value that this guy could have had?
We roll intelligence check for him. No, he's gonna have to look over the book to figure out who this guy was and what he might have had on him. Well, he thanks you for bringing this to his attention. He's gonna check the book and kind of look into it.
Alright. I mean, it's better than nothing. We can't really... no finder's fee for finding stolen stuff on dead people.
Yeah.
So I have a bone to pick with them.
No, I don't
You
have
get
a bone to pick with the
you get a
people.
rap on the head from the gravekeeper.
Oh, he's gonna have a lump on her head soon.
I was about to say, yeah. And he's just like, what did I say about jokes about the dead on my watch?
What joke? That was just an unfortunate naming convention.
Who thought that was a joke?
Regretting the fact that she was half raised by a gnome.
I thought you were raised by ponies.
No, I raised ponies.
Truly unfortunate.
With that, the gravekeeper goes back to his house to look into the matter.
Alright. I guess to that end, I guess I'll go to the blacksmith, get my silver brass knuckles made.
Silver brass.
Yes.
We'll go with her.
Are you going to the blacksmith or the weaponsmith?
I guess weaponsmith, since they make weapons.
All right. Go over there. See him kind of like shoveling coal into the area to build up the heat a little bit more. While he's working, one of his assistants comes over and says, "Hi there. How can we help you?"
Hi, I was wanting to have some silver brass knuckles made.
Brass knuckles?
Yeah. I'm a monk. A bunch of things. That's what I do.
He kind of like blinks in confusion and he's like, "I thought monks sat down and meditated all day."
Not all the time.
Weird.
Sometimes you need to punch.
And he's just like, "I mean, yes, but you wouldn't want the thing getting too close to you, right? Wouldn't you rather have a silver spear?"
No.
That's coward's talk.
Shen looks at Grimshaw and he's like, "No offense, sir. It's not about cowardice or anything. It's about being smart on the battlefield and making sure you don't die."
You're gonna poke me one time with your pointy stick, and I'm going to smack that stick so far it's going to launch back at your friends.
And he's like, "I'm not even referring to that, sir. I'm referring to the fact that when you're facing undead, there's typically a swarm of them. So if you're up close to the point where you have to punch them, they can usually swarm on you pretty quickly."
In terms of martial prowess, it's best to stick with what one knows the most. And a pugilist needs weapons that adorn such movements.
And a shopkeeper shouldn't question what the customer is asking for. They should just provide the item. The blacksmith says, or the weaponsmith says as he comes over. He's like, "Pardon my assistant. He's just trying to be helpful. Well met, I hear something about silver knuckles."
Yep.
Silver brass knuckles, yes, that you heard right.
Indeed.
He goes, "Well, may I make a suggestion? I don't recommend having solid silver brass knuckles. I recommend creating a layer of silver over them, because silver is not the hardest of metals. So if you have a full silver brass knuckle, it'll get destroyed pretty quickly. Whereas if you have a layer of silver, that'll still get the job done with undead."
Alright.
Yes, we understand what silver plating does.
How much will it cost?
That's a good question. How much silver coins would it take to make enough plating for 2 brass knuckles?
I mean, are we talking like if the coin is a full silver coin, or if it's just like silver plated itself?
No, full silver coin. About the size of a quarter.
I mean,
like, brass knuckles aren't very big compared to like a dagger blade, so.
They're not, and if you're a blade,
I'm trying to think.
Probably.
Like maybe like 10.
10 silver pieces, and then and then whatever it would cost to plate them.
I think about like 6 silver, 5 or 6. 6 silver.
Yeah, I think 10 silver for like 5 silver for each of the 5 silver would be the material for each knuckle, and then like
are you talking like
are
you talking like a penny size or like a quarter size coin too? Like
quarter sized.
Quarter size, you'd probably be able to get away with 4. I mean, you only really need to plate the fronts of it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do 5, make it a round number, and then so yeah, so 10 silver for both of them. So like 8 material and then 2 for
10
payment.
silver for both?
Yeah, so in other words, like 4 plus 1, like 4 material, and then 1 for plating it for each of the knuckles. So together that would be 10 silver.
Okay, I will hand him 1 gold coin because I don't have 10 silver on me. Can I
Alright.
transfer that into silver?
He gives you 10 silver as change. No.
Okay.
No, no. Yeah, sorry. 1 gold is 10 silver. Never mind. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Here.
Good.
Take my money.
Flips the coin, puts it in his pouch, and says, "Pleasure doing business. Do you have the silver on? Do you guys have the silver on you, or?"
I have 5 silver on me currently.
I have plenty of silver. How much do you need?
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. So he just needs the Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. So he can use some of his own silver to
Yeah,
smelt it,
yeah,
but-
that's what I would think.
Yeah.
Because he just
My
made
bad.
us pay for the silver already.
Yeah. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of something else. All right, he tells you to come back a little while. Shouldn't be too long
All
for
right.
something as small as plating like that.
Sounds good.
He will need your knuckles in the meantime.
Yeah, makes sense. I'll hand them to him.
I have a question. Do you have something that's comparable to a sap type whipping? That can be
Yes, we
played-
do.
Pulls off a chair leg. Here you go.
He tells you he doesn't have anything like that that's made right now, but he could make it for you.
Okay. How much would that be?
They are. It'll take about 1 gold piece to make.
Ooh, 1 gold piece. Let me see. Make sure I still have that.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right for a sap.
You wouldn't happen to know of a gnomish engineer somewhere around these parts, would you?
Is the pricing messed up again? No, not 1 gold piece. I don't know what's wrong with the pricing, but it'll be what do you call it? It'll be 5 silver pieces for a sap. And you let me roll for him real quick. He has no idea. He actually hasn't
Okay.
even heard of a gun before.
I didn't ask for a gun.
Oh, what?
I asked for a gnomish engineer.
Yeah, then he still doesn't know.
That's fine.
I'll take that, and also I'll take crossbow bolts. How many? 5 silver get. How many crossbow bolts will 5 silver get me?
Depends. Are we talking light or heavy?
Light.
You can get 5 coral bolts.
Okay, so I'll hand him a gold.
All right. Takes the gold, brings over the coral bolts, and says, "Come back in about, a day or 2. I'll have your sap ready for you."
Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you, gentlemen?
Yep.
Nope, that'll be it.
Pleasure doing business.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
Pleasure talking to you.
All right. So what's next?
Well, we have several ideas where we could go. We could go to the nobility, talk to them, see if they have any problems with the undead. We could go to the captain of the guard, see if they have run into any undead during their patrols and where they were located. We can go to Buddy and see if he can find me a gnomish engineer. God damn it!
why? Wait. Gnomes. Are gnomes a thing? I thought we only had halflings.
Gnomes are a thing.
No, gnomes are.
We've been traveling with a gnome.
No, I thought you were a
I
halfling.
point at Dottie.
Dottie's not a gnome.
Body, half gnome, half
That's
half
why it's funny.
It's funny because Grimshaw's now mixing up races too.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, no.
Well,
Wasn't Abbott and Costello a gnome?
No,
Lyrian's like, no, he was a human.
I don't think so.
He's a human? With
Yeah.
a name like that?
Vlazet Gostelo.
Yeah, it's pretty gnomey.
No,
yeah,
it's
that is
not.
pretty gnomey.
It's not nearly as long as a gnome name.
So it's a short gnome name.
She looks at Grimshaw
You want
like
me
he
to
just
go
said
over
something
my name
stupid,
again?
going like, have you ever heard a short gnome name before?
Yeah, Abbott and Costello.
That's not a gnome name!
It is now.
You're all
Alright.
a fun lot, aren't you?
It
Norden
is
says.
now.
Abbott and Costello, Acapello, Marcabello, Geppetto, D'Apparenzo.
Lyrian sighs and moves to the back of the group.
Into the back of the group. Defeated, she sighs at us.
No, not defeated, more just annoyed. She's just done with this for now.
Honestly, I did. When we first introduced him, I'm like, okay, gnome name, perfect. We didn't even ask if he was human or what we were looking for. I just assuming we were looking for a gnome.
In this human-dominated country, expecting a gnome who usually do not like magic to be the most powerful magic user in the country.
It can happen.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
hands.
that would scan actually.
Alright, so you have your list of what you want to do. What are you doing next?
We gotta inquire about Costello too
Dottie?
Yeah.
while we're here. Go ahead, Daddy.
Oh, so I might investigate and see if there's any duels or fights that are going on. I still happen to have a completely empty coin as well.
So you're looking for any kind of like duels or like sanctioned fights, essentially?
Yes.
Alright. So in that case, you'll be keeping an ear out for rumors.
I'll do that
You know-
passively while everyone else is doing truly important things.
Yes, Grimshaw?
I turn to Lore Stan real quick. I go,
Yep.
she might have a idea there that's actually relatively good.
We're
She's looking for
fights?
She's looking for sanctioned fights, though. Doubt we get anything. Doubt we get anything good at the sanctioned fights. But you know how rumors turn about when you're deep in the underground.
Yeah. Plus, we do need some coin. So
It's an over
Yeah.
the table thing. You could trick her into thinking it's a sanctioned fight. Saying
You realize that
Oh,
Lyrian's
I know
going
we
to...
could.
You realize that Lyrian's going to make sure that Dottie understands what's going on, right?
Oh.
boo.
good luck.
Boo.
Boo. What's fun about that?
It's not about what's right. It's not about what's fun. It's about what's right. There we go. All right. So, Grimshaw. Right now, your biggest lead is talking to that mage who spoke with Vlazet Gostelo. So you need to find out where
Yes.
that mage is. Dottie, roll me an intelligence or wisdom to try and hear some of those rumors.
What am I rolling on?
D20.
But that's Not a D20. That's a D20.
So we gotta find this guy anyway.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Oh no.
Nope.
Well, at least it's not a 1.
Is anyone else gonna be
So-
listening for ruins or for rumors?
Yes, I'm gonna be listening for ruins. Do I hear anything falling apart?
My bat eyes here.
I guess I'll roll.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely rolling for rumors.
Yeah, that's a natural 1.
Speaking of natural ones.
Oh no.
No, I didn't roll yet. I
Okay.
didn't roll yet. I got a 15.
Okay.
This dice is going to do.
Who else is rolling?
Well, I'll
So,
roll.
Help me out, Bernard.
Yep.
Am I rolling intelligence?
Intelligence or wisdom to your choice.
Okay, well that's a 7.
Yeah.
Droxel, are you rolling too, or
No, I wasn't. Do I need to?
you don't need to? No, it's just a choice. Okay, so I know that Grimshaw rolled. You said 16.
yeah.
Bernard, what'd you roll?
7.
That there. All right, Grimshaw, you hear someone whispering very sharply to someone else. Don't look at that witch, you fool! If she meets your eyes, you'll be cursed. Go on.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to go inquire about this.
Well, they're already shooing along like really quickly.
That doesn't mean Grimshaw can't catch up to him. So I'm gonna catch up to him, wrap my arms around their waist.
Before
because that's about
we
as-
do that, I want to specify the wording that she used. She said,
the
"Don't
witch.
don't look at that witch," indicating that she's in this area.
Uh-huh.
I want to clarify that
Did it
before
look
you
toward a
go over here.
specific direction?
So now you can chase after her. I just wanted to clarify that real quick.
Them. You gonna chase after those two talking, wrap my arm around probably their waist because that's about as tall as I am. Fellas!
Yeah. Well, you
Fellas.
wrap your arm around her. She screams.
Oh,
And she smacks you in the. She moves to
Whoa,
smack
whoa,
you in the
whoa!
head.
Hang on. They were women. Kept
Yeah.
talking about this witch.
Yeah.
Even better.
So yeah, you wrap your arm around her waist.
I thought they were together. Did they go separate ways? There was two of them.
Yeah. So it was a woman talking to her child.
You didn't describe that before.
Yeah, you did not describe that. You said
That's
two
fair.
people.
That is fair. That is fair.
I
So
have
how do you
more-
approach her?
Bernard is fading into the background. And having like,
How do you approach
Excuse
her?
me, excuse me, ma'am.
He just
You
becomes
have
one of
time
the
to talk
furniture.
with me for a second.
She kind of spins around real quick, like nervously, like keeping her eyes down. She sees, which works out well. She sees you, and she goes, "What do you want?"
Oh. I hear tell that you know of a witch in these parts.
You notice her eyes kind of like glancing occasionally in a certain direction.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to know if that witch has anything to do with the wizard that's supposed to be around here, would you?
She's like, "Okay, no, just don't talk to me about her. Just..." You see her kind of like pale for a second, and she goes, "Leave me alone." And she starts walking away.
Leave you alone, huh? I can't do that now. You're a valuable source of information.
She's walking briskly away. Like, you have to be chasing her at this point in order to keep up with her.
Walking briskly is not fast enough to get away from Grimshaw and Grimshaw's incessant need for information.
But my point is, if you're continue going after her, it could be seen as harassment at that point.
Yep. She will call for the guards.
Essentially, yeah. Also, we have another question apparently. Let's see, how many people can play a game at a time? Okay, so in general, I can host up to like 6 players on the live stream. 5 because that's how much room I have for the cams essentially. I like doing in-person sessions, but yeah, for online, 5 is the more ideal number. As long as we have 2 players, we could do a session, like a small session. 3 would be ideal for minimum. But yeah. Okay, you were saying, Grimshaw?
So I followed where her eyes were looking.
Okay.
Hopefully to some sort of monstrous building.
Roll an intelligence check.
Time for Grimshaw to be done. Rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11?
Yep, 2 1s.
You look over and there's a woman wearing a gray cloak, like a hooded gray cloak, and she has essentially like smooth curly hair, like a little bit of curly hair, like draping down underneath out of the hood, and her eyes are like resting on you. So you look over and your eyes meet, and she's kind of like smiling. He gives a little wave.
You are now cursed.
You're now cursed.
Now here's my question: has the rest of the group noticed that Grimshaw walked over to speak to that random woman and her child?
I did.
Nara did.
He did, and then he suddenly disappeared.
Yes, he did. Lorsa noticed him walking over to the woman.
Anyone else?
I'm still looking for a fight.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. So those of you who are aware of Grimshaw who were aware of Grimshaw talking to that woman, you guys see the woman in the gray cloak kind of like making her way over to Grimshaw.
I guess I'll walk over too. Why not?
Hello, dearie. I haven't seen you around these parts before. I assume you're a traveler.
You assume correctly.
It is nice to meet you.
I hear you're one of those women who have looks to kill.
She's like gives a light giggle and she says, "Oh, that's very flattering. But I just do what I can to keep up appearances. Have to look pretty."
I got a serious question for you, though, ma'am. See, we're after a certain mage in these parts. Abbott and Costello, Vlazet Gostelo. I'm not sure what his actual name is.
Lyrian was kind of like, you gotta have it right. Vlazet Gostelo.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, I believe he made a visit a few months ago. Yes, but obviously he's not here right now. He's a busy man.
Do you know where
Yes,
he
but
went?
if we can get any information about... There we go.
Sorry.
I do not know where he went, but if you want, I could help you find him.
How?
Now, there's a caveat to that. I can already hear it in your voice.
She's like, it's nothing major, don't worry. If you wish to talk business, you can meet me over at my cabin in the poor district over there.
Meet you over your cabin when? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
If you want to talk business, you can go to her cabin in the poor district, essentially.
I mean, that's fair. Well, then I look forward to seeing you at your cabin. Maybe over tea.
She goes, I look forward to you as well, she says as she reaches her hand out to shake yours.
Afternoon tea.
I proffer the hand back. Firm handshake.
As she shakes your,
nothing but business.
as you guys shake hands, she finishes by saying, like, so she's like, I look forward to it as well. As you're shaking your hand, Grimshaw. You guys let go, and she continues going on her way, humming a tune.
Huh. She knows your name.
Bye, sweetheart.
That's not even scarier than the witch herself.
Grimshaw knows how to be scary.
Lyrian's just like, I don't think we should be doing anything with that woman at all.
Oh, what?
Girlfriend.
Let me say that.
Which I fade back. I fade back into.
Fade back in.
He separates
This
from
kind
the
of comes out of the shadow. That was weird. Fades right back in.
But to answer your question, Grimshaw, she says that her father always told her to stay very wary and on guard around witches.
It's obvious that you should always stay wary and on guard against witches, warlocks, wizards, them all. You never know what they're actually thinking.
I don't. I thought we already knew where Gostelo was. The innkeeper told us. Didn't he?
The innkeeper told you that he met with a mage at the inn, sorry, at the tavern, but you never knew. You don't know where that mage lives, and you don't know where Vlazet left after that.
He said a mage of some type. He didn't say whether it was male, female, if it was a witch, wizard. We don't know. Grimshaw doesn't know.
Mage would be more towards magic casting specifically. Witch is a unique term that is usually specified towards spellcasters of the female variety that form covens, and oftentimes these covens tend to have some kind of link towards a hag of some nature, as they kind of like give certain aid to their coven.
Besides, what is this? The Salem witch trials?
Are they like are they kind of like more like warlocks where they have to have a
It could be
bond?
seen as a pact, yeah.
You have no idea, my friend.
Okay.
They could be seen as pact beasts, yes. But I'll feign any help at this point. We need all the information we can get. This witch has given us an option to get the information. If we don't like the deal, we don't have to deal with it.
True.
CL Dracum like steps up at this point going, that may be true, but let's try and cover all of our other bridges first before we go to that one.
Yeah, that's.
I'd rather that be the very last resort.
So she might want all your earthly possessions or some junk like that.
And then you hear Norden go like, Norden's there because Norden's there. Dottie's gonna be there too at this point. So he's like, yeah, earthly possessions, but pacts of that nature, they tend to have something of more long-term significance.
I say it's best not to judge a book by its cover. She could possibly be a very nice person. Just
Says the paladin.
Just saying.
Lyrian looks over at Dottie and says, yes, but a paladin like you must know, the evil will hide itself and make itself look appealing, not something obviously evil.
Yes, but a
I don't
paladin
know what you're talking about.
How to discern ought from ought.
Don't know what you're talking about. Evil hiding in plain sight.
she's just like, well, if we do have to speak to her, you can judge for yourself. But I don't like the vibe she gives.
I'm capable of such.
She did not pass Lyrian's vibe check.
Hey, I will be right back.
All right.
Like,
I'm curious about the
like we said, we're going to cover all of our tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Dottie's gonna go find some sanctioned fights. We're gonna go deal with our side. I don't know exactly what our rich friend's gonna do, but we are gonna need to gather as much information as possible, because again, that's the only way we're gonna find this guy.
Agreed.
Any information is good information, even if it's wrong information.
Norden kind of goes, well, then why don't we just ask some people at the tavern if they know where this mage person is? Not Vlazet Gostelo, but we can start with talking to this mage.
Start with the local mage.
Yeah. And
You
while we're at
already
the
tried
tavern,
Yeah.
and while we're at the tavern, you could also talk to Buddy and get some, catch up to speed.
Precisely.
Yes. Nothing passes the Norden VPN.
I'm sorry, I still haven't gotten past that. Buddy? Really? Out of all the names you could have given him, that's the name you gave him?
There's worse names to be called than Buddy.
I mean, otherwise we didn't offer each other's names.
Buddy is a name you lose munch money to.
Yeah.
What about Buddy Holly?
Buddy
No,
what?
Buddy is the name you get called when you lose your lunch money. There's a difference. Look, Buddy's a good friend. I'd rather not ruin his reputation by giving him a full name. He's done good by us so far.
I'm not saying anything against the man. I'm just saying something against your taste.
Taste notwithstanding. It was easy. It came up in conversation and just kind of stuck.
Eventually, you guys get to the tavern, which obviously you can get a lot more. You can get a lot more rumors if you listen and talk around here too.
Roomy airs.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's do some roomy airs.
Is the tavern creature keeper scratching? Is the itchy all over?
Is the tavern creature scratching? It sounds like a freaking.
You don't see the tavern keeper.
Abomination.
You don't see the tavern keeper. You see the tavern keeper's wife.
I see.
She's at the counter.
It turns out that he was highly allergic to poison ivy.
We lost Troxel.
Yeah.
He's back.
You put him back on. There we go.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Winston.
Oh, it was Winston. Okay.
All right, you guys have returned to the Golden Mare Tavern.
Grimshaw's second favorite place of all time.
It's not like bustling busy because it's the morning and everyone's starting to get to work. But there is a couple people in here. One just kind of looks up.
Is there anybody particularly seedy?
What do you mean seedy?
Yeah, Grimshaw.
Nefarious.
Oh, nefarious.
Cantankerous.
No.
Somebody
Grimshaw.
who
No.
is prone to providing guffaws, if you will.
No.
Grimshaw.
A veritable kerfuffle.
No.
Grimshaw. You were just describing Grimshaw at this point.
Somebody of a smaller stature, particularly prone to procuring knees.
So you're describing his personality, but he presents himself in a way that is not that.
Okay, then I will approach the person who is attempting not to be all of those things.
Grimshaw.
So Grimshaw.
Since evil.
The person Personality non grata.
Do you guys split up, sit at the same table? Like, what we're gonna do today?
We have no reason to really hide ourselves. I mean, we were probably very cantankerous the other day, so the crowd probably knows us.
Yeah, there's a few people who recognize
Yeah,
you.
they probably know who we are by now.
So we can honestly just sit at any table. If we split up, they're gonna be like, "Why are they sitting at different tables?"
Right. The other point is that there's apparently no problem with undead. That's major.
It sounded like there was a problem with undead, but
well, if
wasn't there.
it's being hidden or half hidden, how major can it be?
Fairly.
Anything
I
that
mean,
involves unrest is quite major.
I was gonna say, like, if you just sat out there with a town crier saying "the dead are rising, the dead are rising," are you gonna be calm?
No.
All right. Well, before we get into talking with all the characters and exploring the tavern, we have hit our intermission part. So, yeah. So we're gonna take a short break. Give us about 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys in approximately 50 minutes. See you in a second.
15
Okay.
minutes. Okay. Bye.
The bones of an Englishman.
Fee-fi-fo fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Salt on my tongue from the spray of the sea, drunk on the sun beating down on me, bound for a treasure that's never been seen, where dead men lay their bones. Blood on my hands from the pull of the rope, no wind in our sails so we have to row, and it's heave ho to the locker you'll go, where dead men lay their bones, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Shapes in the shadows wanna swallow us whole. The roar of the kraken tries to pull us below, so it's heave ho to the locker we'll go, where dead men lay their bones. Captain Jack throws another one back. He finishes a bottle while we're breaking our backs, so it's I cap until we give him the sack, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Way, hey, and up he rises. Way, hey, and up he rises. Way, hey, and up he rises. Swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Hoist the Jolly Roger!
Sherva, oh valya, oh ro sherva, oh valya, oh ro sherva, oh valya, ani sherak tan tauri, oh ro sherva, oh valya, oh ro sherva, oh valya, oh ro sherva, oh valya, ani sherak tan tauri, sherva van van len var begracht u veien gevan, jo I grei kärlek med lag, stuldir talasna karlev, oro sherva, o valja, oro sherva, o valja, oro sherva, o valja, ani sherak tan tauri, ta granja vele kakta shalja, ogle armar limar khara, jere kranis de galne spanik, eskori suru yer khalif, oro sherva, o valja, oro sherva, o valja, oro sherva, o valja, ani sherak tan tauri, av vina vako veckan, una mindio ina viak shachtan, ganja vele smile karski, ak fugur fanna golif, oro sherva, o valja, oro sherva, o valja, oro sherva, o valja, ani sherak tan tauri, oro sherva, o
Rogerva, oh alya, oh Rogerva, oh alya, Warisheraktam Tauri.
Sörjen fallen vän och slå hans baneman i tränejärn beredd för strid. Judit hon mörker läker sig, en ålder börjar här av krig och kamp, av svärd och blod. Judit hon vintrar följs för varje skjut, fränder vänder rygg, det råder svält i människoborg. Judit hon marken häver sig, den skakar lider ont, i alla riken skälver den. Så Judit hon. Ljud av barnaskrik när himlen öppnar sig, se Israel när de närmar sig. Judit hon, döden står vid gudabort, du som allt sett vet, det sedan länge är för sent. Men Judit hon.
Someone's thing.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's perfectly good for it.
I thought they said that wasn't really a thing though. That it wouldn't.
It is.
It is.
It is. Especially with ethanol now. Oh, ethanol makes it even
Mike.
worse.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey.
I was like, why isn't there anyone responding to me? Oh, Mike.
We're sitting there talking about terrible, terrible things right as we come back online.
I won't ask. I won't ask. Alrighty. So, Grimshaw, your buddy is over in the corner having his breakfast.
Liquid breakfast?
No, not liquid breakfast this time. He is having a hearty breakfast.
I was gonna say he's probably really hungover from last night.
Oh, I love Hardee's.
I haven't had Hardee's in forever. Puppy
I know,
dog.
right?
Aw, sign says beware of dog.
Or no.
I'm gonna go over to the to the patron of the we're at a
Establishment.
tavern, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask him,
Her.
would you guys like to learn a new
Her.
recipe?
Her.
Her.
Her. All right,
Yeah.
I would like.
That,
I'll
just
actually-
a reminder. A reminder. The original tavern owner, he is not here today. You see his wife.
Okay. I
Would you like to learn how to make a delicious pancake?
yeah. It's a fluffy cake-like breakfast.
No.
item.
How are you approaching her?
Yeah, I walk over. Hi, ma'am.
Steepled fingers and everything.
Yeah. She looks forward. Looks to the side. Looks over the counter. Oh, hey there. Why don't you climb up onto the stool real quick? I'm not gonna crane my head down the whole time.
Sorry.
His nose sticks over the counter at least.
I sit at the counter and says, "Ma'am, would you be interested in learning how to do a new recipe?"
Roll a charisma check with a plus 50.
Plus 50.
Never mind, she rolled a 22. You won that shot. Let me go ahead and...
I thought so. Have a good time.
Alright, guys. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so... Congratulations, you've just had your first profound roll of the campaign in terms of XP.
Okay.
So she hears that and she looks up and goes, "Depends on the recipe, dear."
Is a fluffy breakfast item. It is covered in honey or syrup, your choice, and it is very highly appraised where I come from. I was just wondering, you like to learn how to make it? I like to make it for my friends.
So she starts asking you details about this while you're talking to her about the pancake recipe, giving it up for free.
No, he never said he'd give it up for free.
That's true. Well, she says she's interested. She'd like to know, like, what does it require? What's the process?
Yeah, I describe it enough for her to get an idea of what it is, but without actually telling her what it is, and see if maybe she'd be interested in paying to learn about it, or can I get her to pay for it? Let me see if I can get it.
Roll another charisma check.
Okay.
And this information does not come free.
Jeez.
You get but a simple taste of the information.
My information is too strong for you, traveler.
93.
Lord. You got your heritage backing you up here. She accepts your terms as so long as the price you're asking for is what do you call it? Is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
She asks what your price is for the recipe.
What would you be willing to pay for it?
What would be a normal pay? One gold to sell my recipe to you.
No, I don't think. I don't think she would
It
go
is-
for
It
one
is
gold.
very good breakfast item. Very cheap to make. Very good tasting.
Remember, consider the coinage as USD. So 1 gold would be $100 to give you an idea.
Honestly, that wouldn't be that bad to sell a full recipe for. I mean, considering how much most people make off of that said recipe every year.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget that the economy in this country has kind of crashed as well. So
So probably maybe what will be the equivalent to like 50? Like
5 silver.
5 silver. Okay. Yeah, about 5 silver.
she accepts that. She does not
Okay.
haggle with you on this.
Okay, I go. I explain how the recipe is done and tell her if she can, if she want, I can just demonstrate how to do it.
Oh, she'd love for you to demonstrate. So you guys watch as
I'll
Bernard
take the
goes.
first order.
You guys watch as Bernard goes behind the counter.
Bernard, give me the first order.
Okay. I make pancakes.
I'm making pancakes.
Oh, and by the way, while you're heading towards the kitchen, she says softly to Bernard, like, by the way, what's you said you use syrup?
Oh yeah. Wait. No, there would not be sugar here, so.
They have a little bit. They have honey, but that's like for right now. Honey would be like extremely rare and expensive for her. So she has a little bit of honey on hand, just not a lot of it.
Okay.
Not going to be an overly
But again,
sweet pancake, but
they have maple trees in the area. So if you teach them how to extract the syrup, you can give them maple syrup.
Okay.
sad part is I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Not Grimshaw himself, I don't think, but I do know how they do it, surprisingly.
You know what'd be funny? If Grimshaw actually did know how, so he could have pancakes on the road.
Can I roll for it?
Go ahead, yeah. So he brings a flask of syrup wherever he goes.
He just has a flask of maple sap wherever he goes, and he just boils it down.
Right?
Oh my god. He knows it. He knows it. We just have maple syrup wherever we go.
So do I know this?
No,
Not
you don't
yet.
know this. You don't know this.
Not yet. Not yet, but
You also
will.
know that Grimshaw, but you do know that Grimshaw did ask for the first round of pancakes.
I love how much we're changing this world's culinary area.
Next we're gonna work on chalky milk. Because there's nothing that goes with pancakes quite like chalky milk.
And the funny thing is, if we're accepting pancakes, technically chocolate milk could exist too because there are cocoa beans in the world. So
Yeah. But that's
Yeah,
more.
it's just a matter of if we know how to process. We're just gonna change the entire culinary landscape of your world as we go.
Right? 100%.
This is not gonna be a campaign. This is not gonna be a campaign about beating the big bad evil guy. We're just gonna bribe him with chicken
That's
nuggies and chalky milk.
All right, so while you're waiting for the food,
You're welcome.
Grimshaw, if you want, you can talk to Buddy, and everyone else, you guys can talk to each other or talk to the denizens, the other patrons.
Well,
Yes,
I
Daddy.
rolled a 2 to see if I heard any rumors. So,
Yes, Daddy.
Am I still going to talk to the person?
Which person?
You said before we went on break there were 4 people. I saw one and I was going to go and talk to them about the fight.
You said about never specified 4 specifically, but yeah, there are a few people in the area. So all right, I missed that, so I apologize for that. But yeah, okay. So you go over to talk to one of the patrons directly. Are you guys talking directly, or are you just listening, or like what are you guys doing?
We'll sit across the table from him when it comes to my turn to speak to the guy. I'll wait for Grimshaw and for the PA.
I just want to make sure I know what everyone's doing before I start going through them. So like Troxel, Bernard, Lorsan, what are you guys doing?
Well, okay. You go ahead, Thea.
I mean, Loris and I rolled a 2 to hear any rumors, so he didn't hear anything of note.
So you're staying at the table, just listening around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Likewise.
Okay, in that case, roll an intelligence check, Troxel. And Bernard?
While I'm helping her with making the pancakes, I can ask her about what she's heard about.
A natural 1.
Ooh.
He's heard his shoes.
No, he just doesn't hear anything.
Squeak, 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 squeak. You hear that? Squeak, 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 squeak.
I can ask her about Vlazet Gostelo, what she knows about him, if she knows anything about where he's been. I can ask her about also the undead in the area.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I forgot you were with the tavern keeper. Never mind.
Yeah,
okay.
I can be last.
Honestly, that works though. He can ask the tavern keeper's wife if she's heard anything about the mage that we're looking for. Abbot Costello, all that shit.
I get that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I knew what everyone was doing before I started going through the different characters. So, all right. So, let's start with Grimshaw. So you sit down.
Fantastic.
You sit down with Buddy.
Hey, buddy. Is it too early to drink yet?
He's like, yeah, I try to save my money so that I can drink when I need it most, so. Besides, I'm still trying to get over the hangover from last night.
Well, you know what they say about the best cure for a hangover, right? Or beer.
I don't think that's how that works.
I certainly don't remember the hangovers I had when I drank more beer that day. That being said, you got time to talk about how we can expand our little outfit?
Yeah, about that. I want to cover something really quick. Nuxvar has been around for a very long while in the middle of this main road, and it has not expanded past the size it is now. Do you know why that is?
Couldn't tell you. I'm still new to this area.
He starts going down the list of reasons. And he says the biggest and most #1 reason is that the Candle family holds a royal charter / monopoly on the trade rights in this region, including Nuxvar's. Thus, while merchants can stop and store their supplies here, they can only do business in Balmoral, the next stop on their way.
I'm sorry.
So trading.
How do we have a
lot of politics over the many years? But there's some of the reasons are coming up soon, but just know that through the many politics over the many years of Alverdan, this is where it is now. So yeah, the biggest issue is that there's limited trade in Nuxvar right now. #2.
No, but okay.
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, well, yes, there's limited trade as a whole, almost every trade caravan is going to pass through this area. It's the only way to go from east to west in Elverdan.
Yeah, but like I said, the what do you call it? The Candle House has monopoly on it and has essentially restricted trade in certain areas. Nuxvar was one of them.
Of course.
Reason number 2, because of said trade monopoly, most of the skilled craftsmen go to Balmoral to either get goods for materials from traders or sell their goods to traders. So because that's where the trade is, so that's where all the skilled traders are going. Or tradesmen. Reason number 3.
Yeah.
Nuxvar is a bit more forgiving. He explains to you that Nuxvar, because of the nobility here, is a bit more forgiving on magic users, and they are happy to allow cantrips and spells to make their way of life easier. But not all the civilians are comfortable with that, so a lot of people who come to Nuxvar thinking about moving here go to somewhere else because of the way they were raised. Number 4.
Makes sense.
Because they allow casting and casters more than others, this town gets a few extra taxes for the high use of magic, aimed to discourage spell use.
So they let them stay here, but they tax them higher.
While others were more long-term, the more recent issue is... While the issues I mentioned were all kind of like long-term, the most short-term issue right now is that there's been increased demi-human raids, bandit raids, and various monster attacks that have been going on lately.
Well, we can clear those. But even then, for Nuxvar to expand anymore, we're gonna have to get rid of the hold the nobility has on the place.
Yes, yeah. And here's the best part.
What nobles are running Nuxvar?
Nuxvar, and it's the waiters.
Nuxvar. I'm sorry, the Williams?
The waiters.
The waiters own it, but the Candle House owns the trade right to it.
Essentially,
No,
yeah.
obviously, if we own the trade right, we traded something to the
waiter family.
Waiter family to get that.
It could have just been that your family bought out the trade rights. It's a common thing that happens.
And he continues going like, yeah, speaking of that, word is that the waiters' pockets are light right now. They're kind of known as like people for the nobles for the people. That's kind of like what they're known as. They do whatever they can to help the people. But from what I could gather, they've either been hoodwinked or made bad decisions or, just overall were tricked or, like, even outsmarted by other nobles into this state where they're struggling to keep everything running. So while they've been trying to help the people, they haven't been doing a very good job at it.
Interesting. The waiter house, you say?
Yep.
Are they... Is their home in Nuxvar, or is
they have a manor in Nuxvar. It's not a keep.
I guess I have to go and visit that. I'll leave right now.
You're not part of this conversation. Grimshaw's separate right now.
Okay.
You're not hearing this yet.
I know.
Interesting. So, you can't count on them to pay us for the undead removal. Then we're gonna have to focus more on giving them a chance to expand. Problem is how do we do it under a banner that they won't know it's us?
He just shrugs and goes, from what I can gather, there's 2 thieves guilds in this town. One is more publicly known, and out of desperation, the waiters have even hired their services for 1 or 2 things, such as scouting trips.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Such as scouting trips. While technically that's illegal, they felt it necessary in order to gain information on where the raids are coming from, when it's a good time to head out, and that kind of stuff. But yeah.
I'm interested in both these thieves guilds, but we're not going to be able to glean too much information while we're actively trying to work against them as well, aren't we? No, are we actively working against them, or are we just becoming an information network? I highly doubt that we're going to utilize our own information, as it were. I'd rather have it so nobody can step on a cricket without us knowing.
That's gonna take some
If at all.
time.
Oh, I know. But that's the goal.
Yeah, well, before you can figure out that, you're gonna have to figure out how to get a steady income here. Because until you do that, this place is just gonna keep falling apart.
Yep. First things first, we gotta take out the bandit raids, because the bandit raids are just gonna keep bleeding them dry, as it were.
You're just like,
After-
have fun with that. Have fun with getting rid of the Ravagers. Oh my gosh. Alright.
You got information on that? Alright. I'll take it.
No, he just starts, like, you just got him started on a rant of, like, how the Ravagers are these wild men who strike at random. They're do all sorts of damage, leave destruction in their wake, kidnap, steal, all that kind of stuff. He doesn't have actual
take him out
legitimate
some-
information, but yeah, you got him on a rant.
Conjecture, basically.
Now, Dottie, your turn. So you approach one of the commoners. They hear the clanking of armor, and there's like, You could tell that he was about to say, "Can I help you, little girl?" But then he noticed you're not a little girl because you're wearing full plate armor. So he's like, "Can I help you, miss?"
Yeah. And she'll like do like a superstar jump, put her hands on her hips, and say, "All right, I'm looking for a challenge around town. I don't know if you know of any, but
You're looking for a
I
fight?
happen to be what is known as a skilled combatant. Yes."
Kind of look at each other and they look back at you and say, "Well, word is that the Sparkfire caravan is planning to set up another festival. Who knows? Maybe they'll set up a tournament."
Oh, that would be lovely. When is this set to occur?
We don't know yet. They haven't put up the posters.
Oh, shucks.
Shoot, yeah. Oh, shucks.
Hang around town. They'll be here soon.
All right.
Sounds like we're hanging around town for a little while longer.
Sounds like it.
Think so. With that stated, then she will just go into NPC mode. Maybe strike up a conversation about flowers.
Well, I mean,
Nice day for fishing, ain't it?
I got that. Apparently they made a video game for it.
I know.
So good.
It's actually good.
I love that the name of the game is actually like what was it? Great Day for Fishing. I think
originally the name was just gonna be Nice Day for Fishing, ain't it?
yeah. Did they change the name?
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be that. I think they changed it to something like, a little bit better.
Dottie can talk to Lorsan about flowers since he's not doing anything right now.
Oh, yes.
Just Dottie over to Lorsan.
Hit
All
her
right, now
farewell
Bernard.
and do some dawdling over to Lorsan. Plop
So,
down.
yeah. So, Bernard, while you're teaching her the recipe and showing her how it's done, what did you want to talk to her about?
We asked your husband a little while ago, but did you hear anything about Vlazet Gostelo? I heard he came into town.
I was considering having you roll, but given that she has a negative 50 to her roll because she loves to gossip, that doesn't happen. So yeah, she talks about Vlazet Gostelo. She's like, oh yeah, that. She's like that guy. Yeah, he was talking to the local mage. Went back to his place and talked to him more there. Don't really know what they were talking about, but no, all those spellcasters, untrustworthy, a lot of them.
What mage? You know which mage was?
Yes, she does. She knows his name and where he lives.
Oh, thank God. Look at Bernard go.
She also knows that his family has disowned him. She knows all the juicy bits.
Fantastic. We're going in punching.
His name is William Fowle.
William Fowle.
William Dafoe, got it.
No, stop, dang it.
Honestly, that sounds cool. William Dafoe, that sounds cool.
Okay.
William Dafoe is a famous actor.
I'm not. Look, number one, I don't know actor names. Just straight up. Number two, it does still sound cool.
Yes.
It does. Key problem. Just about every name I use is either a movie title or a famous actor.
Oh, Lord.
You haven't noticed yet, but it is. Harold and Kumar, Abbott and Costello. Yeah.
Macho Nun.
Macho Nun, Randy Savage. God, I miss that character.
She tells you that he's kind of like the lead mage here. He has two under him, and they have a couple of apprentices under them. And given that she's a gossiper, she starts going on a rant talking about how, like, not only are the mages untrustworthy, but the head mage there has a half-orc mage under him as well. Like, how dare he? And she starts going on a rant about that.
Good thing Lorson isn't hearing about that.
Eventually, the pancakes are ready, and Grimshaw gets the first helping.
Kind of look it over. So, they didn't have a lot of honey this time of year, huh?
No.
Alright.
She goes,
Reach into my pocket.
She goes, listen, dearie, we don't have honey in this region. We have to import it, and everything's expensive these days. So we try not to use honey as much as possible.
I was not making fun of you for it. I fully understand the logistics of trading. That being said, and I pull out my maple
flask
syrup.
of syrup.
The flask of refined syrup and just pour it over.
And this is the syrup I was talking about.
Yeah, she was about to ask. She was like, so what's the difference between honey and syrup?
Where you get it. And how it's processed.
Explain.
Not without cash.
She frowns at this.
You bought the pancake recipe, not the syrup recipe. But as a courtesy, I'll at least let you try it first.
That was a brilliant move on your part. She takes one of the excess pancakes that they made, and you drizzle a little bit on it, I assume.
No, oh yeah, no, I drizzled them all. I drizzled all over the pancakes before I offered her one.
She takes a bite. Her eyes light up. She looks at you and says, "How much?"
2 gold for the recipe.
Actually, wait, hold on. First, she wants to know where it comes from, and then she'll pay for how to extract and refine.
1 gold to know where it comes from, another gold to learn how to process it.
At this point, okay, roll a charisma check. Ooh, that's a high one.
Where are my good charisma dice? I left my good charisma dice at home.
Oh no!
We're going to bad charisma dice now. That's 65.
We're in the haggling phase now. So she counters and says, she says 5 silver for where it's from, and then we can discuss the price for extraction and refinement.
5 silver. Ma'am, I know exactly what you're going to be doing with this. You're going to be making hand over fist with this because it is so rare in this country right now. You're the first person to ever learn how to even make pancakes. I know for a fact that this syrup, along with those pancakes, will put Nuxvar right on the map. And this inn will become famous for them. So I don't think 2 gold for the whole lot, for the lot of it, is that bad of an idea.
Roll another charisma check.
We're gonna call it nut top.
No! No one went between the seats. 87.
That's much better.
I'm surprised you're not asking for like recurring tax due to using this idea.
She frowns and she says that she can do 8 silver for knowing where it came from, but she can't go higher than that.
Oh no. Trade here would be booming. Tell you what. 5 silver right now. 5% earnings on any pancake stack you sell for the next 3 years.
Holy crap.
That's a Shark Tank deal. Mr. Wonderful deal right there.
Everybody forgets that Grimshaw's very... Hang on.
You think?
It's going to come out to a lot more than 2 gold.
No, I'm aware. That's why I'm trying to think of how she would... Yeah, I think she's just gonna go... I think she's gonna back down and go with the 2 gold thing.
You sure?
Yes.
It worked out. It would work out better for you. You'd have a trade partner.
She's gonna start with paying the 1 gold to know where it comes from.
Well, could have really put Nuxvar on the map too. You would have had a full trade partner on this. Could have even helped you source the materials for the pancakes. But I digress. Would you follow me real quick?
She follows you.
We walk outside. Is there maple trees nearby?
There's
Like
one or
that I
two.
can point to?
Yeah.
Right there.
Comes from
There's where it comes from.
It comes from sap.
I don't know how you gleaned that one. I just pointed at the tree.
Because she knows what sap is, she saw the color and texture of the syrup, and when you pointed to the tree, that's the only thing she could think of where it could possibly come from.
Correct. Comes from sap.
How?
Maple sap, when processed right and added with... And thinned out after it's processed with a little bit of water, turns into this more liquidy substance. In doing so, you get a nice, sweet taste. with fairly good on pancakes. Don't do it in coffee though. It doesn't come out right.
Yeah, she tells you, like, unfortunately, we don't really have much coffee beans in this country.
We can change that later.
Because we can't really
Stick
do
with-
anything. We don't get enough trade.
We're working on that. Oops, did I say that out loud?
She's just like, dearie, if you can get trade here, I don't care what you do.
Might be underground trade at first, but hey, any trade's better than no trade at all. That's actually a thing I was thinking about while talking to Buddy. I mean, if there's a place where there's not a lot of above ground sale, wouldn't it be like an absolute linchpin for like the Night Runner Bazaar or something? Perfect place to set up a less than reputable sales bazaar. Just thinking.
All right, well, you have your 2 gold, and she has her recipes.
Yeah, she does. Fantastic. She's got her recipes. I got my 2 gold and potentially an ally for making Nuxvar a spot on the map. Actually,
Assuming the nobility don't come in and try to take that away, like they have everything else for this poor town.
I mean, they can't really take a recipe from someone.
No, but again, they did take all the trade. They're not above doing something as petty as this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to the waiter house.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, we do have a relatively good standing with the people here now.
We will definitely start talking.
All right. Next order of operations: eat my pancakes. Let someone else go.
All right, Lorsan and Troxel, your characters are about to try pancakes for the first time. Actually, hold on.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, I think Dottie would know what pancakes are too. So.
No,
Oh, go ahead.
well, I mean, Lorson had pancakes before in his room.
Okay, so Troxel is
This
about
is
to have
true.
pancakes for the first time. Grimshaw, are you sharing your syrup with anyone else, or are you hogging the rest for yourself?
It'll cost him.
I'll
Yeah.
just try the pancakes as is.
Sealdra's not paying shit. She'll just have them straight.
No, Sealdra's not paying shit.
Look at Grimshaw and eye his sticky juice.
You what?
She's
The
eyeing
sticky
my
juice.
sticky juice.
She's eyeing.
Yeah.
My
okay.
syrup.
Yes, the sticky juice.
3 silver and you can have some.
I don't think you need more sugar.
I will give you everything inside of my corn purse.
Don't trust that the last time you did that to me.
Dottie actually
You still owe me
pulls
from the
out a
last
corn
time you
purse, and
used to.
it's quite hefty. and
Norden
she
walks
sets it on
over
the
to
counter.
Grimshaw and asks how much some syrup would cost for his pancakes.
Who?
Norden.
3 silver.
No,
Just like every-
no.
He gives you 6 silver.
Oh,
Hand him the bottle. Who you want to share it with?
He points over. He points over to Lyrian.
I slide 3 silver back over. I'm like, I'm not gonna charge a kid. I may be an asshole, but I have scruples.
And he's like, then keep the tip.
Just the tip. Fair enough.
So Lyrian and Norden get syrup on their pancakes as they start eating. Lyrian brightens with a joy that she's never felt before as she tastes the most delicious thing she's ever had. As she starts eating quickly, she's like, oh, this is so good.
No, you know what? No, let her figure it out herself. Let her figure it out herself.
Norden is eating his, and about halfway through, he's kind of like contemplating, going like, "Yeah, I can see some berries mixed, like put on this, being good too."
Yes.
Yes. Now, if we really had Keiko powder, that'd be great. It's totally ruining these people's lives.
And thus, Troxel, what does your character think of the pancakes?
They're good.
Okay.
A little dry, but good.
Goes better with syrup.
Not the 3 silver pieces.
Well, no.
Dottie's still sitting there with her coin purse in front of Grimshaw.
You need to open it up before I take the. For all I know, you probably stuffed it with rocks.
She's got her purse open up over the pancakes. And if you recall the other day when she slept in a ditch, there is nothing in there but pocket sand.
Grimshaw catches Lyrian's puppy dog eyes. As she's like, come on.
I'm pretty sure Dottie does not need more
She's an
sugar.
adult. She's an adult, and you see her without sugar. You really want to put this in? You really want to put that demon here? Do you want to hold the Dottie leash? So I'm the one holding it right now. I can let you hold the leash, and she'll drag you to whatever fancy she wants.
A slight whimper crosses over her.
She's whimpering.
I hand him.
No, Bernard, why?
I give him a gold piece and say, "Give me give me the change. You got change for gold?"
How many are you buying? One?
Just one.
I slide him over the 7 pieces.
Okay. Yeah, I give it to Dottie.
I just look him cross in the eyes and I go, "You're holding her leash."
No. chaotic, neutral, chaos.
I love how like Grimshaw's sitting there dreading what's about to happen. Cieldre's like leaning back with the grin, going, "Oh, this is gonna be hilarious."
It is gonna be hilarious. I'm not dreading what's going to happen. I'm warning everyone before it happens.
She's like, "It's more fun if it happens by surprise."
You're right. But
I'm on duty.
This is not like giving Lyrian a bunch of sugar and letting her run around like a happy kid mud puddle. This is someone who can lift a house and be the same thing without sugar. And now you've got the weakest person on the team holding the leash.
Actually, the weakest person on the team is Lyrian.
What we are about to see is unbridled chaos coming from probably the only wholly good person on our team.
Dottie has the
I'll hold the
pancakes.
leash. Give it to me.
No. Bernard has done this to himself. No. He knew the rules.
No.
He heard what I said to Lyrian.
All right, Dottie, how does your character react?
So, for everyone else, it happens in normal speed. But for Dottie, it happens...
Is it like Catnip when he drinks the soda?
Yes, it's slow motion. The world is moving in a blur around her as her eyes go from like normal to like be dilated and just
Oh, good. We've
and
addicted
the
her.
first thing he does is hop on the table and start like jumping for joy and screaming, and before she knows it, half of her body is through a window. She didn't even know where the window came from.
Through or into the window? Because if you're going into the window, then I can roll a saving throw. If you're just saying that she straight up breaks the window...
There is no saving throw for this.
Window breaks and the window breaks and the tavern keeper slowly turns her head over to the group, and the group looks over at Bernard.
You did this to yourself. Bernard, you have done this to yourself. On your pockets be the consequences.
I'll go get her.
I'll go.
Just like down the block. Like,
Cieldre reaches over to grab Lorsan and goes, No. I want to see the halfling chase the halfling.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. On his pockets be the consequences.
I go.
Well, have fun, Bernard.
At least, how much would it be? How much for the window?
8 silver.
I pass her a gold.
She gladly accepts the gold.
I start running after Dottie. Dottie! Yes!
and just running for doors.
Hey, Nordrin, you got a clever music to play for this spectacle?
He's like, I certainly know I wanted to. Starts playing some music.
Well, isn't a good day until there's a little bit of chaos, huh?
Indeed.
I look at the tavern. I look at the tavern keeper and I go, "Am I allowed to smoke in here?"
She's like, "No, do it outside."
Damn it.
She's like, "And not by the broken window."
Damn it. I guess I'll wait till we're at camp then. Damn. Can't have a good chaos and smoke break. God damn it.
Speaking of which, you check and you're realizing you're kind of like on your last cigar.
I really need to find the gnomes. Like, that is like the entire reason one of the reasons I'm looking for the gnomes at this point. They know how to make my two favorite things. Firearms and fire sticks.
Alright, so, Bernard, you are chasing Dottie.
Oh god.
Good luck.
Well, technically, I could catch her because my dexterity is higher than hers.
But I have stamina.
So does he. He has stamina too.
She has strength.
Yeah. I can catch her, but I couldn't stop her. You would just see me holding. What are you wearing, Dottie?
That was my point. Like, because like Dottie was saying, like I have stamina, and like he does too. He's trained for running for a while too.
Yeah.
My point is, like, yes, Bernard can catch up to her, doesn't mean he can restrain her.
It's gonna be like the reverse. It's like a gazelle chasing a cheetah on the Sahara, only the cheetah's already out of breath.
You see Dottie crash into a cart, causing a mess.
Oh.
As people are like, going like, whoa, what the?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, I thought we were talking about like full crazed.
No, you see her bulldoze through a cart.
Oh, bulldoze through a cart.
My cabbages!
Oh my god!
So at this point, Bernard, you're not the only one chasing Dottie. The guards are trying to catch up to her too.
Who gave this spicy child sugar?
I'm gonna roll something real quick. So in the end, it takes 6 guards to corner her and then pin her down.
Stop just on the ground eating dirt like, you're not my supervisor!
They're just like, all right, calm down, calm down. She's like, calm down, kid. That's not a kid, it's a halfling. I don't care. She's acting like a kid. I'm gonna call her a kid. Bernard catches up.
Hi.
They look at you and they're
Is
like,
this
who are
your
you?
spicy child?
Is this yours?
Just holding her up by the scruff like a cub.
Oh no, it would be like 2 of them holding her up by the arms and shoulders. Hey.
Is this your spicy child?
They're just like, is she with you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna have to pay for damages.
A voice echoes in the back of Bernard's head, on your pockets, the consequences.
That's gonna be 2 gold pieces.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Net 0.
I'm sorry, I had someone at my door.
No, you're good.
The absolute chaos that just unfolded over maple syrup. Does that mean Grimshaw comes from Canada?
Yes.
Yes. So Buddy kind of like steps in and he's just like, well, that was that was something.
I did give everyone a warning. Several times.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Takes another bite of his.
Worth it.
Takes like the last bite of his pancake and goes, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna probably head out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bye."
We're gonna.
Walks out the
Yeah,
door.
we're gonna go meet with the waiting house soon.
That'll be fun.
See if we can't see if we can't strike up a deal with them. Anyone opposed?
Nope.
Nope.
Troxel?
No, you definitely don't.
Yes.
Bernard, you.
Bernard's not here.
Yeah.
Oh no, Bernard, you definitely. You definitely don't get a say in the matter after last debacle. First things first, let's go find our 2 mess of a halflings. We'll plant our feet after that and figure out where the waiting house is.
Well, I'm assuming it wouldn't be hard to find them, given the nest.
Anybody can tell us.
You guys want to listen for rumors on the way there, or
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
roll intelligence or roll intelligence check or wisdom checks of your choosing?
14.
12.
Got a 19.
Oh.
That's a 4.
Oh no.
You're not with the group right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm too busy trying to wrangle Dottie.
Lorsan, you overhear someone saying that more farmers went missing near the outskirts. Poor woman lost her husband and one of her sons, and no one knows what got them.
Interessante.
Okay.
Let's take them down.
I mean, do I see who said that?
You have to roll another intelligence check in this crowd, but yeah.
$14.
Yeah, you see him.
Alright. I guess I'll walk up to them.
Okay.
Ah,
They're a little bit startled and kind of like back up a step, but they don't like run or anything.
My crew and I
Wait, before you start, Lorsan,
Yeah.
you see in the corner of your eye Norden kind of giving you a look and like,
smile.
yeah. He's like, remember our talk last night? Smile, talk to them nicely.
Smile. Do I have to?
Do I have to? Technically, no, you don't, but it makes it a lot easier. Or unnerves them enough that they open up easier.
I guess.
Grimshaw,
I guess Larsen's gonna say, hey, my crew and I are looking. Or I guess we're investigating any strange disturbances going on, and I overheard you guys talking about people going missing outside the city. Do you have any more information to give on that?
Roll a charisma check with negative 25.
A negative 25. Why?
Because you ugly.
Well, oh wait. Is that a D10? Sorry,
D100.
D20 or D100? Okay.
And for persuasion, you want a high roll.
87, but I have a +1 to charisma, so it's 87 + 5.
I mean, 92.
Your reaction bonus is what you want to look at.
Reaction bonus.
bonus
Reaction
to
adjustment
persuade.
is. Reaction adjustment is +10%.
There you go.
So 97 minus what now? 25?
25, yeah. You're good. They rolled a 28.
Okay.
They kind of like realize you're not about to mug them or anything like that, so they explain like, yeah, we heard that one of the farmers in the outskirts, off the edge of the town's borders, we heard that her husband and one of her sons was killed, taken by something. They don't know what.
Sounds like a lesson.
Taken by something. Okay. Was this at night or during the day?
We don't know. You're gonna have to ask her.
Okay, what's her name?
Marion.
Where does she live?
They point in the direction they go, like the farthest farm that way.
Now, is this Miriam? Is she a maid,
Okay.
would you say?
What?
I'm not there. Making a reference.
Maid Marion.
All right.
I understand what you're saying.
Robin Hood, Little John,
Is she a
Robin
fox
Hood.
lady?
And once you say that, they're just kind of like, nah, if you don't need us, then we'll just be going. They start scurrying off.
All right.
All right. You guys
I will
eventually
relay
find.
what I heard to the party.
Yeah, there you go. You guys eventually catch up to Bernard and Dottie. You see Dottie being carried by 2 guardsmen.
What did she break?
She bulldozed a cart.
I see the cabbages everywhere.
I can see molecules.
You don't know what molecules are.
What are molecules?
It's when you put 2 squares next to each other and 2 people named Molly live in them and work there.
I swear, I thought you were gonna say that squares make a circle.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
All these squares make a circle.
Oh, Kami?
All these circles go in the square hole.
How did all these squares make a circle?
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
So, the guards are just kind of like, do you know how long she's gonna be like this?
Well, she had it about 2 minutes ago, so maybe like 20 more.
They're like, all right,
Maybe?
well, they're like, all right, we don't have time for this shit. They pull out a sap and knock her on the head, knock her unconscious.
That'll do it.
They're like, all right,
Bernard?
they're like, all right, take her. You can wake her up after you are guaranteed she's not gonna go on a rampage.
What
Make
do I
sure
roll for this?
that doesn't happen again.
Yes, sir.
the defeated voice.
Mm-hmm. Did you learn your lesson, Bernard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to trust the Grimshaw next time?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go to the waiter house. We'll wake her up there.
All right, you guys start making your way to the mansion or manor. Sorry. You guys eventually reach it. You see it. It's it's not like a small manor, but it's not a giant one either.
It's not like Balmoral.
Yeah. Balmoral is like flashy as hell. This one's a lot more modest in comparison. Which makes sense given what you know about them.
But they're good people.
Most of them.
As good as a noble can get.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, again, most of them. Not every family's perfect.
Of course, there are a few black sheep.
So you guys eventually reach the gates. The guards kind of like see you. They're about to say something. They see Trox's clothes, and they're just like, "What? What do they do now?"
What do you mean, what did they do now?
No offense, but the candles only ever come over here if there's a breach of contract, or if they want to make a deal with us or something, or if that we ordered something from them. It's always something.
Not here on candle business right now. We're simply here as problem solvers.
You're not trying to sell them anything, are you?
Just a couple strong arms. People who can fill their situations, as it were. Look, we know you got a lot of problems around this area. We know that a lot of the problems that are hogging the short-term issues here can be solved by a small mercenary band. All we're offering you is a small mercenary band to help you with your problems. Is that so hard to understand?
Fine, I'll take you to the waiters.
Thank you, good sir.
So they bring you over to the manor, open the doors, and they just kind of like tell the steward, like, these people are here to meet with the waiters. You're like, well, the Baron's here, so they can speak to him. That works for us. So they take you to the Baron's office.
I'll introduce myself since I haven't met the Baron.
Oh, really quick, let me describe him first. So, here we go.
A disheveled noble.
No, not disheveled. He actually looks like very, well kept, very nice looking man. He is wearing black gambeson with an ornate surcoat with gold trimming over it, with black and yeah. So he kind of like turns over to you guys and goes, "I'm sorry, I don't recall us having a meeting. Who might you be?"
I'll introduce myself. I've been traveling with these people. And I just left Balmora and passing through Nuxvar, and we were under the impression there were a number of problems that were general to the area.
I'm sorry, one second. Before we start business, how about we introduce our names first?
I'm Troxel Candel.
Troxel? Oh, so you're the one. I've heard so much about you.
From whom?
From everyone. Everyone talks about the black sheep of the Candel family. No disrespect. I don't see it that way. We respect magic a little bit more here than other places. But that is what you're known as. Nice to meet you all. My name is Vero Waiter. I'm the Baron here.
Okay, well, I'll continue on then. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
I've been basically traveling around the country, around Alderaan, basically to learn.
Did you just call it Alderaan?
What did I say?
You said Alderaan. It's Alverdan.
Alverdan.
It's Halverdan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
We've been
naming
traveling
my.
around Adderall for a while now.
I'm not naming my medieval country in a fantasy setting after a sci-fi planet that gets blown up by the Death Star.
Got it.
Look, just name it Adderall. No one will know the difference anyway.
Anyhow, there's been a number of issues been going on throughout the country with regard to undead risings, banditry,
Disappearing
definitely
people.
Problems with taxes and travel.
All of which I am very much aware of. Yes.
We were
What if I
wondering. We were wondering if we could chance help you, as we were traveling to the west. We're looking for the Archmage Gostelo.
Yes, I do recall him coming
On
through
some
this town.
various business. But we were wondering if we could help you out in terms of undead or banditry.
That depends on if you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart or if you're doing it for coin. Because we can't afford that, I'm going to be honest with you. And
Allow me to ask
no
then.
offense, my friend. We really can't afford any more deals with the Candle House.
How
Then
did you
don't deal with
make those original deals?
It wasn't.
I wasn't unaware of them. Why did you make them?
Well, of course you were unaware. You were focused on magical studies, which again, no criticism. I appreciate that. But because you focused on those studies, you didn't focus on other studies. It's a long history. It was not my generation that made that deal. This has been around for at least 3 generations now.
Oh, well, okay.
They'll hold on to it as long as they can because it stops Nuxvar from being profitable, making all of the waiting house kind of lesser in terms of nobility, correct?
Well, the
don't-
Candle House is no. Again, no offense. I know you're different. But the Candle House overall has been trying to push us out of the way so they can take our land. Essentially, they want to expand their noble house. That's all they ever do is they try to get closer to the king. They try to expand. They're trying to become bigger than the others.
So,
To be fair, most of the noble houses are like that, and they're doing it in their own way. But Candle House has the king's ear, so.
So what if we stop the idea of trade and bring in a different idea altogether? Make this place more of a stop that most people want to go to on an adventure.
What, like a tourist attraction?
I'm not saying not a tourist attraction. Nice inn, maybe a little bathhouse. Could really make a run of the place.
Problem is we don't have all the resources we need to make this place as lively as we'd like to. If we really wanted it to be a good place for travelers to stop by, there would have to be some kind of important stuff. Like Dottie, I saw your hand. I did see your hand. Yeah, to finish what he was saying, like we'd need more import, and we don't have the money for that because we don't have the right trade, and all the good craftsmen go to Balmoral, so we don't have people to really make this place more suitable, so to speak. Yes, Dottie.
Am I unconscious?
You are unconscious.
No, I did say we will wake her up when we get to the waiting house.
Okay, gotcha. So you're a little bit dazed, but you are waking up.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
Well,
So,
our rather excitable halfling friend here has an idea, and I would like to hear this idea. You got any waters to kind of, undazify this one?
Snaps his
He's had a
fingers, and the
day.
servant goes to fetch some water.
But
rather groggily, Dottie is gonna like. There is a tax on imports, right?
Yes.
Due to the trade setup.
That and us having to pay extra taxes for the mages doing all their magic, which means we
Okay.
have to tax them
What
some more.
about exports?
Most of our exports
Got
end
it.
up going to the king because we have to pay him tribute. Most of our crops is most of our import, and most of that goes to king.
So it is as taxed as imports?
He usually looks over Dottie and says, "There's tributes, and then there's the list of taxes. Even if they did count the tributes as taxes, you still have the list of taxes. They could easily upcharge any of those.
So
more and
As-
more, I am disliking this king.
as an
He
idea,
looks at Grimshaw, and this nobleman says, like, the feeling's mutual. Everyone handles it their own way. The Candle House plays to the king's good side and gets rewarded for that. We play the gray area, and we've suffered for that. So
there are
I do that.
two things that I might suggest in my travels, and she's still like slurring and like.
yeah, but she's got her water now.
Oh, okay. Then she is chugging her sippies, if you will. And
Big old thump on the head.
so if I may, there is a solution that I've seen in my travels. When it pertains to high imports, typically one shifts to making up for that in exports. Now, as I understand, you are a very prestigious noble house. Your family lineage would not have made this trade in poor
Like,
form of your own. Just going off of what I've seen of you thus far, my liege, and she will curtsy.
We were kind of pushed into a corner with that one, yes.
But as an idea, if you set about a force to research some particular either resource or part of the area that would be suitable for a bona fide export, especially working with the church in tandem and being able to grow crop, God's willing it be blessed. As a ulterior suggestion, I've also seen in my travels, people tend to want to come back and assist with these projects if they think that you have something. So you could put through the woodworks that you do have a resource or a viable solution already in the works. And
There's a problem with that. There's a problem with that idea, my dear.
Okay.
That problem is that as soon as the other nobles and the king find out that we have more resources, they'll find a way to tax us for those resources, and we will no longer have a benefit or advantage with that anymore.
So they tax your resource, but as long as you keep how you make that resource quiet, you will have a stranglehold on that resource. They can't force you to give up the information about a resource.
You would be
Correct?
surprised. The king's law, the most recent laws of the king have been getting ridiculous these days. I would not be surprised if he found out that we were keeping quiet on how we were attaining a certain resource. He would create a new law where we would be forced to do that or be arrested.
Interesting. So even the king is working against you at this point.
He's working against anyone he thinks is against him.
I mean, this just sounds like the end of a regime at this point.
There's a reason the Knights of Reckoning exist, and there's a reason that they have such a big following.
By the sound of it, you sound like you almost admire them.
Oh, I'm indifferent. All I'm trying to do is keep this sinking ship afloat. Not the kingdom, mind you, just our little town here. We're doing our best to help. We used to try and help the kingdom as a whole, but now we're just trying to help the people in our immediate area. People under our charge.
And we have screwdrivers and
Judging by the quality of life outside the major cities, and even the quality of life in some of the major cities, Balmoral included, I gotta say, probably a good idea to help the people at this point, much as I hate to do it. People are what keep business floating.
Oh, I'm aware. But, as they say, power corrupts, and that king is the most corrupt man we've had to date. Though it seems like that the kings just get worse every year, or every generation.
I was gonna say every year. How many times has the king been deposed and what?
No, every generation the king seems to get worse.
Hey Tom, just say hi.
All right.
Good. Welcome back. Thank you.
Well then, I don't want to give you a resource. I don't want to give you knowledge of a resource if the king's just gonna find a way to take it for himself. I'd rather give knowledge of this resource to help a mutual friend grow.
This mutual friend, would they happen to be opposing the king directly?
Currently, I'm not opposing anyone directly, but I am
I never
averse to
said
tax.
you were. I was asking if this mutual friend of ours is opposing the king.
I don't know. Can't say for sure. I just know that they are doing the good work for the people, even though some of their people are a little bit more overzealous.
Well, look, I wish I could help your group. I really do. But there's not
Tell you
much
what,
I can do.
Well, what do
Okay.
you actually need done? What's your top priority in terms
At
of?
that, he kind of laughs and goes, "Do you want the list?"
I just
No,
want
I
the
already
top
have the list.
priority.
I already have the list. That's why I came here next.
Well, no, but he wasn't asking you. He's talking to Troxel in response to what he just said.
Yeah, well, what's your top priority? What's the problem? Bandits? Is that the number one priority? Undead rising?
It's like, it's all equally horrible, but there's not much we
Bandits.
can really do. We don't have
Bandits,
the money.
undead, the people disappearing in the woods.
He's like,
What do we
it all
got?
comes down to money. We don't have the money because your family has a trade monopoly and the king is aiding in suppressing us. Because we don't have the money, we don't have the funds to hire mercenaries and other people to go take care of the enemies. The many enemies that just keep seeming to coming up more and more and more lately. We don't have enough money to fund our own forces, so we've lost soldiers over the years. You don't really understand how
What do the
bad it is.
candles give up for that trade monopoly that they currently have?
Your family will never give up that trade monopoly. Like I
No,
said,
What
it
did
is,
you give up initially for the trade monopoly?
They gave something up to you in order to get the trade here. What did they give up?
okay, gotcha. No, they gave us money. We were about to go bankrupt, and they gave us money for that.
Interesting. All right.
There might have been more to it, but there's no records left that explain what. So,
Friend, I'm gonna make you a deal here.
not much I can offer on my end, but I'm all ears.
We're gonna take care of some of your problems. I don't know exactly which ones we're gonna be able to take care of and which ones we're gonna have to welch on, but we're gonna try and take care of as many problems while we're here.
And the catch?
Catch is we keep what we get. We take care of the bandits. We keep every inch of steel and iron and gold we find on them. No taxes paid back to you. We're gonna work with your town to try and expand it a little bit more. Try and make your lives a little bit better.
I can't force you to do anything, obviously, because this is your own venture, but I would like to request a small percentage of whatever you find just to help keep us afloat.
How small?
5 to 10%. I'm not going to be greedy.
That's
I can do
pretty large
5.
amount you're asking.
We
That's
will
not a lot.
gladly give 10%.
You do not get to negotiate for us. You go sit back down, Miss Pocket Sand.
It's the right
I will
thing
take
to do.
anything you can offer. I'll take anything you can offer.
We'll do 5%, and we'll try and get this town back floating.
I appreciate that.
But if anyone asks, we didn't exist.
Understood. Well, then I believe we have a deal.
I believe we do.
He reaches over to shake your hand.
I proffer it back out to him.
Shake hands.
Now, if you don't mind, what one would be your first go-to?
What?
What problem would be the first one you'd want to be solved?
It's like, well, obviously the Kandal and the King issue, but that's not going away anytime soon. Not even you. No.
Look, I am one angry dwarf. I can take down a lot, but an entire kingdom's gonna take me some time.
Yeah. So let's see here. If he had to choose,
Keep it local, my friend.
He's gonna keep it local. The Ravagers are becoming a nuisance, a really big nuisance. So are the demi-humans. The demi-humans have been getting a little bit more, what's the word? Ambitious as of late, coming this far south.
Which demi-humans?
Demi-humans. And,
Which ones?
Yeah, I'm going there. Where are they?
Goblins!
I have the list somewhere. Let me just find it real quick.
The list is eventually going to show up by that time.
I can't find it right now, but essentially they've essentially what they've had so far is they've had what do you call it? There's been goblins coming down from the north. There's been a few bugbears from the northwest. Northeast, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, northeast. And then from the east slash southeast, they've had a couple of gnolls. Their spies have spotted a few hobgoblins further north where the more clustered goblins are. And then on the road to the west, he kind of like starts rubbing his forehead and he goes, "A high troll has started mimicking human toll roads and is tolling anyone who crosses the bridge. If they don't pay, it eats them."
All right.
I will say this. High trolls are known to do that in this world.
We will go to the bridge and see if he has been eating. Have you eaten my goats? Have you been eating my goats?
He'll be having nuts for dinner soon. I hit his into his throat.
At first it was asking for silver, but then it recently discovered a gold coin and started asking for those instead.
Man.
And then of course there's the undead that keep popping up on the roads from time to time. We don't know where they come from, so we can't really stop it. All we can do is patrol it and try to keep the numbers down. Oh, right. And I'm hearing tales of monsters hunting our people from the outskirts as they're coming from the forests now. So that's wonderful too.
Yeah, we've recently heard that story. In fact, we're about to go inquire more to the family.
If you want to investigate that one, that's fine. Again, all these issues are a problem.
I heard that the bandits were coming from the north. Is that true or not true?
Bandits have been.
Yeah,
the demi-humans are like the goblins are attacking from the north. The what do you call it? The raiders are kind of attacking anyone on the roads, but there's a lot more raids that are coming from the south.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us exactly where south? Like, how far south are we looking to go to pick up the raiders? Have you found their hideout yet or anything?
They have not found a hideout. Not at all.
All right. We'll get to work. We definitely have our work cut out for us in this town, but
Yep.
I think we can make it. I think we can make this a mutually beneficial partnership.
And he's just like, oh, and just one piece of advice when you start traveling again. We've had a whole bunch of giant eagles in the area, not rocks like in the northeast, but there are still a bunch of giant eagles, and they have been preying on cows lately. So just make sure your horses are not unattended, and you should be good.
I look back at Dottie and Lorsan real quick. I'm like, so glad I don't have a horse.
Oh. I have one of those.
Let's go west and into the south and look for raiders.
Of the Lost Ark?
No.
Raiders would probably be the first
Look,
one we
until
go after.
until one of you, until one of your characters gets heavily knocked out by mithril vodka, you are not allowed to put real life jokes into the world. I just want
That's
to
not fair.
clarify
I've been
that.
doing it the entire time, and it's been going over your head.
No. Number one. I recognize when you're making a modern joke. Even if I don't recognize where they're coming from, I can recognize that it's not of my world. Number 2. Your character's not actually saying those things in character. I want to clarify that. And then number 3.
Wait, you're telling me I'm not saying Abbott and Costello? Harold and Kumar?
Not talking about name puns. I can't stop you from making those. Those names don't
Donnie's not
exist.
saying
Those
Rangers
names
of the
don't
Lost
exist in my world. But we just chalked that up to Grimshaw just making up a word because he doesn't know what he doesn't remember what they said.
He's just like trying to sound out their names as he heard them. He's like, Abbott and
We're
Costello.
not using real modern terms and jokes in my world. Not until someone has taken the mithril vodka.
But that's not
Grimshaw has done it several times. What are you talking about? You just haven't been able to find it.
In the campaign, and when he gets knocked out by it.
See, that's not fair. Grimshaw's got a liver.
All it takes is one natural one.
Yeah, one
And
natural one. Can I just like force a fail on that just so I can start making
No.
into the,
If you want to make sure, down the whole bottle in one go.
No, that's called suicide.
Not for a dwarf. Not for a dwarf.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. That is suicide for anyone. You equated that stuff to Everclear to me, and I am going to tell you right now, you have a shot of Everclear, and that's going
Grimshaw?
to knock someone off that.
I have been encouraged by many people to remember that while I do try to make this world realistic, it is, in some aspects, still a fantasy, so I try to stretch the truth a little bit in some areas, especially when we're going for a joke.
But let me go for the jokes. Grimshaw has, like, the best timing for him.
That's why I said, have him down it, and then we can do that.
But then it will never happen.
No, he's not gonna die if he downs it.
No, I'm saying the jokes will never happen.
And
They might know.
Here, the funny thing is, even if he does get off by it, he can just be resurrected by magic.
The damage to my liver. Listen. When you say down Everclear, I am just sitting here like, oh.
Alright, well, either way, that's the end of the session. So let me go ahead and calculate your XP.
Yay!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Is everybody
We
up
have.
to 6th level now?
I think I get 6th on this one, yeah. Unless he gives me like 25 points.
You deserve at least 44 points today.
Oh, he's got more than that.
It's just
After all, I've gotten several bouts of sanity loss and bad comments.
Grimshaw, you receive 150 XP.
Yeah.
Am I?
150.
Oh, the pancakes are worth more than that.
I didn't make the pancakes though.
Exactly, that was Bernard. Now for
I just made the
Lorsan.
syrup.
You sir. Okay.
Lorsan, you get 190.
Alright.
I'm being harassed by a green bird right now.
Troxel, you get 50.
It was a very exposition-heavy gameplay today.
It was.
And Dottie for destroying the cabbage cart.
Bernard, you get 180.
Ooh, 180. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I really
So
like
we're
this.
playing on the 20.
One second, buddy.
21st
One
is
second.
next time?
1 second, Trockle.
Okay.
Dottie, you get 65.
Wait, she only gets 65 for doing all
For
that chaos,
bulldozing a cabbage cart.
right? She should get more than that.
That was more of a joke move than as opposed to like an actual like roll and actively doing something, though.
That was
Again,
prepared
like-
to roll for a lot of the things.
Huh?
Yeah, there was a lot of things we were prepared to roll for.
Also, do I get makeup experience for missing sessions or
Oh, I thought yeah, I think I forgot to message you about that, but everyone got XP for side quest completion. So you get 50 XP along with that. I'll go 50 XP along with that. So
Who gets that stuff?
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Somebody else I
Dottie.
trust. Okay.
Yeah, this
Good,
is
okay.
she's getting XP that you guys got for side quest completion. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
We just picked up like 7 side quests, by the way.
Yeah.
And how I'm handling regarding XP, how I'm handling the side quest stuff is like side quests. The XP is 10 XP times your level. Module completion is 100 XP times your level, and then campaign completion is 1,000 times your level. That's how I'm gonna go. That's what I'm gonna be doing for XP. But
Is what it is. I mean, we get more XP from murdering than we do from most questing.
So
Which means that town is full of XP.
no. So the next session will be on the 21st.
You're breeding murder hobos.
Yeah, start going on a murder spree in town. Find out how quickly that goes poorly for you guys.
Never said I was actually gonna do it. Till the 20th level.
I am still working on the rune class. I have written up several ideas of how I could improve the magic user class and try to balance it out. I'll be talking to my players about it for the most part. I will try to put a lot more emphasis on trying to write down. I think Dottie was saying bye.
Dottie is gone.
I will try
Dottie.
to put a lot more emphasis on the rune class and reworking magic users a little bit to try and get those up and running. I really want to get the rune class finished soon so that we can test it so that Grimshaw can start playing as it, because I really want to see that be integrated into the world. But doing everything else that I'm doing right now, it's kind of like hard to balance everything out. But I'm making progress.
Tell me about it.
I'm making progress.
Better than Congress.
Still have to finish writing and test the stuff for Gen Con. And that's coming up soon. That's next month. I have to wrap all that up quickly. But yeah.
Okay, good night, all. Thanks, Christian.
Night, Troxel.
Good night.
Good night, Tom.
So, Grimshaw, you said you leveled up?
Yeah, I leveled up to level 6. I'll roll the stats later.
So I think everyone's at level 6 now.
I think I'm at, I'm at level 6. Well,
I
since
do
I'm,
a ton of talking during every session. But somehow, all that talking and all that exposition that Grimshaw does has netted me the last position to level.
Well, something that I added to like the list of things that could get a fighter experience points is tactics. So like if your character is like handling tactics and strategies and that kind of stuff, that'll get you some XP.
The way I look at it is I am generally helping the everything go forward in this in our company. I'm kind of the face right now, which is a terrifying prospect.
Grimshaw, you are the face. You are not potentially the face. You are the face.
Which is a terrifying prospect. You are letting the neutral evil son of a bitch, who's doing a humanitarian escape at a nice village called Nuxvar. That just so needs the help of one such kind soul. That Grimshaw definitely isn't.
We'll see what happens in the future.
Business will be booming in Nuxvar.
All right. So since everyone is level 6,
not yet.
Oh, you're not yet? Oh,
Nope.
So close. How much more do you have left?
I wasn't the last one.
Well, my illusionist class is level 3.
I need
my thief is
91.
level 4.
What was that, Bernard?
I said my illusionist class is level 3, and my thief class is level 4 right now.
How are you level 7? Are you still using the old leveling method?
Yeah, the one on.
No. Okay, so I'll talk to you about it after. But meantime, Lorsan, if you're at 96, you are guaranteed to get leveled up next session. Especially if you guys go into combat.
Yeah, I just need 191 left to level up.
Yep. All right.
We are most definitely going into combat next time because we have like 4 issues of combat that we need to take care of, and then 1 issue of it.
Out of curiosity, which one are you planning to gun for first?
The Ravagers seem like they're the Ravagers seem.
Okay, let's let Grimshaw finish his sentence real quick.
Nope, we're good. I'm not important.
No, go ahead and finish.
The Ravagers seem like they'd be the obvious choice to go after first, because they've been kind of a thorn in the side of everyone, and if we can clear out everyone without making a name for ourselves there, when we finally do make a name for ourselves, it'll add credence to the fact that we can move forward. But I kind of want to see why monsters are suddenly disappearing humans over and over again.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that, the monster problem and taking the people from the village.
But that has very low yield.
Yeah.
We need to look at first getting ourselves supplied.
Which is why you're targeting the Ravagers.
Which is why we're targeting the Ravagers. We want to get rid of the Ravagers. We want to get rid of the demi-humans. That way we get the trade routes to Nuxvar all open again. Once we get Nuxvar open again, kind of having people come through, we can start making it, yes, a tourist attraction ideally.
Yeah, because I was about to say, people are coming through, they just have no reason to stay or do business.
Exactly. Because taxes are so high in Nuxvar that they're getting choked out.
Mm-hmm.
But if we source everything in the city, I mean, the king could make a law, but that doesn't mean we have to follow the law to the letter.
True. Because we're not citizens. So.
All
right.
But based on the king, we're probably not even human in his eyes.
I mean, most of you aren't human.
Yes.
Well, like people.
There you go.
Sapient.
I mean, at this point, do you really think that he views his own people as people?
No, and that's why Grimshaw has been actively working to depose him, with or without the Knights of Reckoning's help.
Which
Is
from
Grimshaw any better?
Which from what you know, they're preparing of like an assault, like they're getting ready for something big. So.
Oh yeah, no, like that's why Grimshaw is actively working with them. He is more than welcome to help them out, but again, he also knows that the easiest way for our mutual allies that your Baron Wader has so kindly informed me that he is working with.
Well, no, he's not working with anyone. He's just kind of trying to survive. He's not working with the Knights of like he said that he's indifferent about the Knights of Reckoning.
He also said something about his mutual friends with me about them, because it's very clear that we were talking about them in that conversation. So, mutual friends be damned, Grimshaw got the inclination that he's at least working with them. It's pretty obvious that the Knights of Reckoning, despite being a rebel force, is actually working on the side of good. Grimshaw needs somebody good on the throne to lower taxes so he can make more money. A fair and just ruler is better for business. God, I love being evil.
Alright, well, we're a little bit over time, so that pretty much wraps this up.
Fantastic. I got a jet anyway. I think the people at McDonald's are starting to get kind of curious why I'm still parked here.
Oh, jeez. Alright, you have a great night, man.
Yep. Peace.
And everyone at home, thank you
And
for watching. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you the next time. Lopach.
Hoist the colors, let them fly. Let the cannons rip the sky. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass. Fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim. Treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high. We will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high. We will sail against the tide. There's a chill on the water as the trail's getting hotter. There's no taming the fire. It's the burn that we crave. The storms keep a-coming. Let it rain, don't mean nothing. Through the peril we're drumming as we shout the refrain. Hoist the colors, let them fly. Let the cannons rip the sky. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass. Fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim. Treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high. We will sail against the tide.